this humidity. This is not cute, but anyway, let's wait for some people to come in. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I have my iced coffee because it's one of those days in New York City. It's been really hot, so it's nice to have something cooling. I hope I can be heard. So when some people come in, that'd be great to kind of see if that is all working out right well. Anyway. And hopefully this setup is a little bit better than before because I'm not using my hands this time from the first live that I had. So here we go. Hi, Renee. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And prayers up to you. You already know I love you. Prayers up, prayers up. Let me know if you can hear me, if it sounds good. Awesome. I'm sure I'm a little bit echoey, but you know, it is what it is. Hi, Ramona. Hello, hello. Hi, Terry. Yes. Hi, everyone. Oh, I'm so grateful. I'm just going to wait for like a few more people to come in. How's everybody doing today on this Friday? What are we doing for the weekend? Anything fun? Hi, my beauties. Oh, we're going to address some things today because, you know, being a person on the internet is an interesting thing, but yes, Renee, peace be with you. Peace be with you, my love. I'm so eternally grateful for your friendship and everything that obviously we just always want the best for you. So hi, Miss 808, what's up, what's up? Oh my God. All right, so I guess it's a good time to start. Are we good? The lighting is doing, it's not as giving as much as the other one, but you know, we're a little dewy, that's fine. Anyway, since some stuff has occurred yesterday, and I'm going to try to be as, you know, contained as possible because I think it's not, I don't like to match energy. If you were here for my first live, you know that I am not the type of person to match energy, but what I won't tolerate is disrespect on any level. Like, that's something that I will not stand for. I don't appreciate, and we can all kumbaya, but you know, it seems like even before I even have a channel, there's all of this stuff, like, you know, people are on their game. Maybe it's the devil, I don't know. People are doing things that are so low vibrational and unnecessary, knowing that there's room for everyone here, that I'm just like, just appalled at like the audacity. Like, it's just the audacity for me. Well, hold on. Before we get into it for real. Ramona. Oh, bless you, Ramona. That's awesome. How we could, no, the children are more important. Oh my God. You're so cute. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Like, look, from Ireland, like it's wild. But so what I want to address today is kind of the disrespect and what it's like to be on this space as a female, especially. I think that I didn't realize like how people are so like insanely insecure about themselves, about where they're at in their lives, and how obvious they make it when they stir the pot in unnecessary ways. So there have been a few incidents now, that one that just happened yesterday, and you know, I'm not the type to ever really air receipts. I don't believe in that. Like I said, my first live, my word carries weight, so I don't have to really show a receipt. But I think that there is something to be learned about this type of experience, especially for people who may want to be in this arena. It's not for everyone. It's very cutthroat, and there will be a lot of suspicious characters that come about, and you have to make conscious choices, use your discernment to be able to filter all of those people out. Now, as many of you know, like from where you know me from, I became kind of like my own person. Like JFK likes to say, I kind of became Chinny Unlocked on his show. Initially, I didn't want to be on the internet. I just was like, I don't want to be in this space. But, you know, I felt that I was at a point in my life where I could elaborate on the things that I've learned from being offline for almost 5 years. And I think it's like 4.5, it's approaching 5. And, you know, I was like, you know, maybe it's time for me to speak. I do like to speak. I do think that I can offer value with words of wisdom, which is something that I became known for. And it's something that I really respect and take seriously because I'm a very spiritual person and I believe that God has blessed me with the gift of being able to assist others on their healing process. And this is where I'm at in my life, where I'm approaching 40 in about 3 weeks. So, you know, it's kind of a big deal and I'm very excited for this next chapter. But, you know, becoming an online person is something that I didn't anticipate, especially with a group of people within my age range and older, to be so like, I'm trying to be kind in the way that I'm approaching this, but, you know, it's giving a little screws are loose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what are we doing? Like, we're living in the same timeline, but alternate timelines, because I don't understand how this happens. So the long and short of it all is I've hesitated to even start a channel because I specifically didn't want this energy in my life. I don't need it. I am thankful to God that my circumstances are blessed enough that I don't have to do this for a living. I don't have to put this as my job. I enjoy it, and I also do enjoy providing, you know, any type of value as a guest to other content creators. And, you know, I've had a little bit of a start with not only with JFK, but Renee. I've been on her channel, which, by the way, please go subscribe to Renee because she is so awesome. If you haven't already, like, she is in her element, queen. I love her. She is doing her thing, and prayers up to Renee. I've been on other channels as well, and it's been cool. Like, the people are interested in wanting to hear what I have to say, and I'm a fresh face, and, you know, like, cool. Like, I'm here. Great. I'm being received. It's a really beautiful feeling. But what these experiences, especially what happened yesterday, have taught me is that some people are put in your life to teach you even more of a lesson. And a part of that is knowing that not everyone who claims to have been your friend or be your friend is going to be your friend, is going to respect your boundaries, and is going to, you know, be respectful of the space even that they're in, that they claim to love the content creator, but then they're causing a ruckus in the chats or comment section with either trying to defend themselves because they don't like the way that they've been perceived, or to just start things because they don't agree with an opinion. Now, I cannot sit here and say that I agree with everyone, but I certainly don't make it a priority or get out of my own, you know, realm of my own world to come down to challenge someone else's opinion in a negative way or to be condescending. And that's something that this particular person has been doing for a while now. And I'm going to intentionally leave names out for a reason. It's not because I can't name people, but then that also feeds the beast. And there is going to have to be a level of do your other perspective. I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm here to just share what I witnessed, what some other people have also witnessed, and it is up to you to do your due diligence. I'm not going to tell people how to think, how to do things. That's not my job, and I would never do that to anybody. So this particular person and I, how I started on this page, and for the people who were here last time, you knew that I had expressed that, like, I was kind of sussing people out, like, based on a screen name. I could tell a lot by the way that you type messages or the way that you're consistently looking for attention or whatever the case may be. It's pretty obvious, okay? Like, the door behind me is white. Is that obvious? All right, like, No disrespect. You're not hiding things from everybody, okay? So I was like, oh, I don't like this. And at the time I was friends with another person who now became a creator. A vengeful one at that, but we'll get to her in a second. Yes, her. And I had expressed to her, like, making observations about people and some of the main players on certain platforms. And I'm like, yo, like, I don't know, I don't really feel that. Because at that point, I was listening to a perspective from one person who I opened myself up to trust and who ended up violating my trust later. So after that whole situation, one of the names that was dropped was this particular person who I had an incident with yesterday. And this person, I had set a boundary because she likes to send me, or unsolicited, would send me screenshots and proof of how a certain content creator was purposely ignoring her. Okay? What am I supposed to do with that? Is the question. There's nothing I can do in that scenario because I'm cool with this content creator and the crew. I'm not gonna go and be like, yo, are you ignoring this person? That's not my business. Then this person would test said creator and be like, look, I'm gonna send a super chat. That person like went right over it. He didn't watch it. He didn't look at it. Okay. I came to this person to apologize because since this person's name was dropped in another separate occasion, I tried to make amends with this person and be like, look, I misjudged you, which for the record, I was right. And I will get to what I said. I was right. I misjudged her. I was like, look, I think you're a funny person. I think that you can do something good with your life. You seem to be, very involved in a lot of things. Like, go off, like, like, it's your choice if you want to be cool with me or not. I'm not gonna fucking force that on you. And if you say no, you know what, girl, I don't trust you, I don't like you. Okay, no problem. I'm almost 40. This person's 10 years older. Let's keep that into perspective because this is important and why I'm saying it. It's not to age shame, but it's important to have that factual piece of information there. So this person being who they are and me being who I am, I apologize, and then this person decides to start disclosing a lot of personal information about themselves and about the person who I had originally was cool with in this space. And I was like, yo, I'm not messing with that person. I'm not engaging with that person. This person decided to go on their platform to start stuff. That's her house. She could do whatever she wants. God bless. I wish her well on her way. It's all good. But this particular person who I'm making amends with because of my misjudgment of her starts to send me like a personal screenshot of like this person in an outfit that, was a little bit revealing. And I'm like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you playing at here, bro? Like, I don't understand what the point of you having to show me pictures of somebody that I have already said I have walked away from. And in addition to start sharing like all of this other stuff about how you're being ignored and it's on purpose and like putting me in an awkward spot when I'm cool with the very people that you're talking about. Why don't you go and address it to them directly? That's my thought process, right? Like I came to you to apologize and gave you the choice to be like, if you don't want to talk to me, cool. I respect that. It was my bad. I'm sorry. Moving on. But then you start stirring the pot automatically because I'm cool with these people and trying to get me in the same position that the person before put me in. So now it's two people that we're trying to insert some opinion about like, this person is not paying attention to me. They didn't read my super chat. Look, they're ignoring me. They see you there. They see this other person there. Why is this person doing that? It's like, I don't fucking know. I am not that person. I don't know. So I'm not sure how to help you. So to kind of fast forward a little bit now into last month, after I had apologized to this person, we were cool. I did a stream with said creator. She's blowing up my phone about the case and kind of shading me too. Like, oh, you don't know about it. I watched it from start to finish. Okay, congratulations. I said that I didn't watch the case. So you want a cookie? I don't know what to tell you. Maybe ask your friend, right? Maybe ask your friend, since that seems to be the trend over there. But I don't know what to tell you. Like, okay, you're trying to, like, what are you trying to do? So you have a little bit of access to me because I have access to the source, and now you're trying to what? Finagle your way in there to try to like do what? So I got sick of this crap, and I was like, this person keeps texting me how this creator is ignoring them and blah blah blah, and going like, also has shared a lot of personal things, which again, what this person disclosed to me about her personal life, I will never tell anybody until this day. On God, like, I will protect what she said. I will never allow myself to ever get to that level to expose her or to be like, bringing all that stuff up. I'm not that type of person. She trusted me with information, and even though I don't mess with her no more, I'm never going to violate her like that because that's wrong. So let's be clear about that. I'm not going to play that game. If she wants to disclose anything personal that I told her, which wasn't much because I could barely get a word in, to be honest, fine, so be it. Like, I'm not ashamed of anything that I'm going through or anything that I've been through. It is what it is. So I decide to then send this message to this person, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let this person know, like, I don't feel comfortable being put in this position. I'm not asking for screenshots of proof of somebody ignoring them or any of this shit, knowing that that person I'm cool with. Like, I'm not trying to start shit with nobody. Like, I'm trying to keep it Gucci. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to be stirring up the pot. Okay, I'm not doing that, and I don't like to feel like I'm in a pickle. Okay, like, pickles are delicious, but I don't like to be one. Okay. So I tell her, I'm like, yo, I think that whatever you want to do with this person should be addressed to that person directly. I don't want to be involved in this. It makes it awkward for me. I'm cool with this person. It's like, it puts me in an awkward position. I just don't feel comfortable with it. So I'm establishing a boundary. Let me take a sip of this because let's see, chat. What do you think the response is? Did she take it 1 for well, 2 for not at all? I'm just curious. What do you think? What do you think? 1 for yes, she took it well, or 2, she did not at all. Just curious. 2's in the chat. Yes. Can you imagine? Can you imagine someone who you establish a boundary with is upset with you because you don't want to be the recipient of drama that they should solve with the person they're having the drama with? I'm the third party outsider here. I have nothing to do with this situation. But because of my proximity to said person, it's automatically assumed that what? I have some leverage to do what? Help you? You are mistaken in what you think my leverage is. Okay? That's 1. And for 2, it's not my place. We're all adults here. No one has to be cool with everybody. That's okay. And we'll preface into why I'm saying that in a little bit. But the response was, what the fuck? I'm so like sidetracked. I'm not coming for your job, Chinny. My job? Do I get paid for this? I mean, like, clearly you must be a psychic girl. You must be seeing into the future that this is going to be freaking rocking and banging for me. But I'm not sure what you're talking about, bro. Like, what are we doing here? You want to pull a couple of cards for me? What's going on? Anyway, like, so I'm like, all right, well, she's taking this left. All right, let me like get ready as I'm doing my steps. I'm typing because, steps keep me grounded, and I need to do something while I'm getting into some type of like discussion, debate with someone. So immediately with the what the fuck, I was like, absolutely not. This person is taking it way too far already. Over it, not dealing with it. I'm not coming for your job. Like, you seem to have a problem. You're setting me up. Setting you up? How am I setting somebody up who chose to disclose information I didn't ask for? 1 + 1 is 2, right? Like, what are we doing? So I'm like, yo, you're taking it left, bro. Like, I'm just establishing a boundary that I'm not comfortable with you telling me this information. So that should be no problem, right? Like, I thought we were cool. Like, we squashed shit. So why are you coming left? Then she says that the person I initially had beef with was right. Maybe she was right about me. Because now I've come to basically say no, and it's being met with this much aggression unnecessarily. Again, this person is 10 years older than me, a parent, a woman, and on top of that, someone who is successful in their life. And you're coming for me in this manner. Why? Because I don't want to be involved in your drama? And because I'm telling you no? That seems odd to me. So we had this whole back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Cool. She's still not getting it. She's getting worse and she's escalating to it. And I'm like, girl, like, I am an observer of patterns. I'm not jaded by what happened last time because everything that I go through is a lesson. So even if things don't work out with somebody, I'm not here like plotting my next move to sabotage them. No, I respectfully let it go and I move on with my life. I'm not going to be dragging this on for the rest of my life. I have bigger fish to fry. I'm about to turn 40. You think that I have time to be pressed about what the next person is doing? Absolutely not. Like, no disrespect. Everybody has a right to do what they want to do, including me. So I end it with being like, and again, this is a very abridged version. I'm not trying to get into details or do whatever. But I had said, you know what? I don't tolerate chaos. I don't tolerate disrespect. I wish you well and everything. I'm not engaging with you anymore. Cool. I left it. I blocked her. I didn't want to have any type of communication with this person. I go into the stream the next day and this person's baiting me for my attention and calls me out by name to another fellow, person in the chat. Is like, why don't you tell him who you're really talking about? When I wasn't even addressing her, like, yo, I'm not even talking to you, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's so dumb. Yes, Chris, exactly. I'm pushing 40. I don't have time for this. But you know what? Disrespect, there is no safe space for it, for real, for real. And the only reason I'm saying this is because this is something that everybody can learn from with certain people. Because I'm the type of person that if I can't squash it with you in person, which I will always try to do first, in private, I'll do that. But the minute you take it public, now you're putting me in a spot where I'm not going to let you play in my face, bro. It's just not going to happen. I don't care. Like, one thing about me is I am a nice person, allegedly, to all the people in the chat. You know what I mean? Y'all see me for who I am. This is me, authentically who I am. How I'm being received by the people who see me, beautiful. I carry myself a certain way intentionally online, and the way that I choose to reserve certain aspects of myself because I have a right to that, as does everybody else. And what I choose to put online is what I choose to put online. That's a choice and free will. Guess what? Everybody got it. Everybody. However, when I see some type of BS in a chat where someone is stirring up drama that doesn't even concern them to begin with, but they were waiting to drop this nugget, to rehash something that wasn't even something that they even had to do. And then you got their sidekick on that same frequency and energy when they just got called out not too long ago for being attention seeking and not knowing boundaries. Houston, we got a problem. We got to resolve it. Because we're not going to do that, because the hypocrisy needs to be addressed. And the reason why this whole situation is so like dumb, I mean, there's no other adjective to describe how insignificant and dumb this is because of how many insecure people there are that exist. Maybe it's something about my energy. Maybe the way I look, maybe the way I speak, my vibe, my swag. I don't know. The fact that I come off as a certain type of person and people like me naturally without me having to force it, I don't know. But guess what? You behaving the way that you choose to behave is a you problem. It has nothing to do with me. Maybe what I'm mirroring to you is the things that you still need to work on so that you can get to this level. Because let's not forget, it takes work. It takes a conscious effort, discipline, and commitment to not crash out on the internet. It's too easy to do that. The hard part is to have integrity. The hard part is to not get into the weeds of showing screenshots and receipts and being on that level. That's the hard part. It's easy to throw a shot. It's easy to throw strays at people. It's easy to do that. It is hard to walk the path that I'm walking. And guess what? This path was designed for me, not for you, not for anybody in the chat. It was designed for me. Because guess what? This is my lane. Mine. I own this lane, including the package that is on the screen for you right now. So I'm not going to allow people to be in, like at least the other person, they did that on their platform. Go off, do whatever you want to do. That's fine. I don't have to address it. But when you're coming to a place where people know me, and you're making yourself be known and trying to start stuff in the chat with people that know me to try to mess with my reputation and to try to do whatever it is that you think you're doing because you thought you thought you did something, but you thought wrong. Real wrong. I'm not going to tolerate that because that's bullying in real time. And I don't do bullies. What I will do is expose you. Doesn't have to be what it is, because you know what? It's always the people who think that it's about them. If it applies, and if it don't apply, let it fly, honey. But people be telling on themselves. The self-snitch is a real thing. It's a sickness, honey. It should be studied. And particularly in this group of females. You're supposed to be my role model, being a decade older with more experience on this realm than I have. You're supposed to be showing me the ropes, how you became successful, how you did all the things that you did, how you're thriving in your life with your marriage, with your kids, with your businesses, with your homes, with your pools, with this, that, and the third. Girl, I'm happy for you. How'd you do that? But no. You want to match energy in a frequency that I don't mess with. Because I don't have to come on this internet to curse at you. I don't have to be like, oh, you're trash. I don't have to do that. Because let me give you the 411 on something. 1-800, you make it very obvious. You act like people are blind. People can see. You're just blinded by your own delusion of what you think you're doing. Now, I know it's been joked about that I live in the spiritual world and that I'm, not really here. That is accurate as hell. I'm not really here all of the times. But when I am, let me just tell you, the veil is very thin. People doing certain behaviors. We have so much content on the internet about how to spot the narcissist, red flags, all of this stuff, trauma, blah, 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 blah. We got all this on the internet. And you mean to tell me that people are that dumb? We still can't see you. Girl, we see you crystal clear, 4K, 1080, pixels on YouTube. We see you clear. But you want to come for me because what? It does what for you? You think you're trying to sabotage my opportunities? You're not going to do that. Congratulations. You failed. You can't compete where you don't compare. I earned my spot. Let me say it a little bit louder for the people in the back who like to co-sign this type of behavior. Also in that same age group. I earned my spot. Too bad for you that you didn't do the work to be where I'm at. It doesn't mean that it is impossible for you, but we're doing very different things. You don't see me going and doing what you're doing. I'm not interested in that. I'm a speaker. This was a gift given to me. I'm sorry my genetics are popping. That's not my fault. Take it up with God. That's not my fault. I'm sorry. Not. That's not my problem. Take it up with God. That's who you need to take it up with. Maybe you need to do more of that. Maybe the answer lies not within trying to prove a point that I'm such an asshole. Maybe it's you need to reflect as to why I'm triggering you so bad. And last I heard, triggers are your responsibility. But you're out here taking out all your triggers and trauma on everybody, on Juan Pablo, on Chimmy, on this one, the other one, Maria. Like, they have no time for this. You're grown. You're 50. You're in your 50s. You will never catch me being in that energy at 50, honey. Absolutely not. The embarrassment is at 1,000 and some. I would never. Excuse me as I take a sip of this because, you know, I'm parched. Nothing hits like an iced coffee on a humid ass day. Oh, que milagro. I thank you, God. But that's exactly what all of this is. It's like, it's embarrassing. Yes, secondhand embarrassment. It's like, yo, you could be doing so much better with your life, bro. You're actually not dumb. You're actually smart. And if you applied that intelligence to something other than trying to come for me, you might actually go somewhere. Would you believe it? Like, I mean, what are we doing here? And then, you know, every person needs to have a clique, right? So the other person that's in cahoots with this person tries to big sis me. Let me tell you something. I have one mother and her name is not yours. Okay? Ain't nobody gonna try to tell me to grow up or to tell me what I can and cannot say in a chat, especially when you've proven your bias. You want to talk about, oh, you know, you're stirring the pot, you're doing this, that, and the third. I'm here to just watch this person, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, it's already all on this person's channel. It's out there. Get over it. Why are you bringing that up? And how did you find out about that? Let me guess. Tweedledee told Tweedledum? Is that what we're doing? Because y'all need to be together in numbers to try to take me out? Good luck. Good luck. It's not going to happen. You're not going to trick me out my spot. Nobody is. And that's what this purpose of this is. My whole life I has to fight, but I am not here to think that I'm going to allow this one, the third, and the eighth to think that they have any authority over what I choose to do with my life or the spaces that I choose to engage in. I've had enough people try to play me in my face. I'm not allowing that. There's enough room for all of us. You want to pay your way to the top, girl? You want to keep showing your money so you can get that attention you so desperately need? Because clearly, I don't know how people in relationships are doing that. But I digress, because that's a fact. But clearly you're telling on yourself based on your own behaviors, girl. That's on you. Both of y'all. So one is tag teaming the other. It's like, wait, pause. Why don't you check your friend who's starting crap with literally every single person in the chat for no reason? And this isn't a one solitary incident. No. This has happened multiple times with multiple people. However, my threshold is the people that I fuck with, you come for them, I'll break my silence for that without a fucking question. Because those are my friends and those are my people, and that's how I protect my people. And sometimes you need to tell a demon to sit the fuck down. Yes. There's nowhere in the Bible, in any of the chapters, does it say that you cannot address the devil directly to the face and be like, yo, not today, or tomorrow, or yesterday, or the day after that. If anything, we're told to look it in the face and not become like that. So take it from someone 10 years your younger person, since you're 10 years my senior. Let's be very clear. You have choices and free will. How you choose to exercise it is on you. You are telling on yourself when you behave this way with strangers and trying to ruin my reputation before I even have a channel, bro. Like, I haven't even started for real. I haven't even made content like that. And I already have like out the woodworks. 1, 2, 3, 4, everybody come over here, knock on my door. Like, yo, I'm not a rapper, respectfully. No disrespect to the rappers of the world, the MCs. But you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? You're just mad that I'm created like this. That sounds like a problem you take up with the Lord. Sunday, there's a service at 12. Maybe go check it out if that's what you're into. We just had Easter. Jesus already rose from the dead, honey. He is not fucking going to take the wheel for your ass anymore. Absolutely not. Jesus said, not today again. Because at this point, either you get it or you don't. We're not at the point of saving anybody. Everyone is responsible to save themselves. But what you don't allow is for people to repeatedly disrespect you. Because there's a thing about disrespect and bullies. Bullies stop when you call them out in their face. And if they continue, you have a right to ignore them. I chose that route. I chose to ignore this person. This person, the next day after I blocked them, decided to bait me in the chat to try to involve another person in the chat that I was talking to, not even about her, and was like, why don't you tell him who you're talking about? No, girl, why don't you tell him, since you're so pressed and thinking that everything that I do is a slight dig at you? Are we... I wish I had a sound effect. Like what? Like, what are we doing? You're not important in my life, respectfully. And I shouldn't be in yours either. So why are you caring and scanning the chat to see what I'm saying, to see if it's a slight shot at you? Girl, I take flights and I take them direct. I already went direct to you. I fucking took the plane away from you because I knew that there was going to be an explosion any minute now. Because you are so unhinged. You need to make peace with your fucking hormonal self. The hormones are out of control. Eat the avocado. Okay? We're at the age as females and nobody has taught us about, in our age group, what we need to do to regulate our emotional selves, our hormonal selves. And that's no shade, bro. That's just facts. Eat the facts. You need it. Eat the protein. Take a walk. Do some meditation. Write in a journal. Make a coffee. Look out the window at your fucking home that you own and thank God and show a little bit of gratitude that your life is so blessed while people are dying everywhere else. You have the ability to say, I have a pool. Good for you. God bless. I have my own business. God bless. Focus on that. Instead, you come into a chat to start shit with me because I bother you. I'm sorry that I am made this way, baby. It's not my problem. My parents were beautiful. Yes, I know. She's equazillion, baby. Try to find another. You won't find many. I'm sorry that you're on your plain Jane. It's not my problem, but pick a struggle. You can't be mean and also do all of these things. Pick a struggle. It doesn't make any sense. So I may not mess with the content creators and what they're doing, and I observe a lot of people and patterns of behavior, etc. That's something that I'm passionate about. I like to observe why humans behave the way that they do. But one thing about human behavior that I learned very quickly is that you don't ever let people disrespect you in the place that you are also in and let that shit slide. No. Not today, not tomorrow, especially when you're 10 years older than me and you should know better. You should know better. Because I don't know what it is about that group. Because it's already now, it's counting up. You're mad because what? I was born in 86? I'm just turning 40? Okay. If anything, I wish I was born in your period because I would have had less time on the fucking internet. Would have more time outside. But at the end of the day, everybody has their things. You also don't know, and I said this the first live, The fact that you and your friend were subscribed to my Patreon, you came from my bag, even if it's $1, bro. You came from my bag because you went to convince the other one about a narrative, and she already believed it because she wanted to find any reason to not like me. Let me clock it again, because I observed the game. I observed the game. So now you want to come for what I do as a livelihood. What makes you different than that content creator with the T and the B? What makes you different than them when this is the same strategy that he pulls? Oh, but you're still subscribed to him, right? Yeah, you forgot that you sent me that screenshot, that you didn't get a notification that somebody went live, and then all of a sudden at the very top, this person was live. Girl, if you want to be messy, I mean, you are messy, but if you want to be smart, do your due diligence. Don't make it so easy for me to peep exactly how you are and how you move. I'm sorry I'm an observer. Actually, no, I'm not sorry I'm an observer. I'm grateful that I am an observer. Maybe if you spent less time scanning the chat about what other people, a screen name is saying about you, and going into videos where you were present to fight people in the comments, that's exactly why one of the girls was like, have the day you deserve. Yes. Clocked in. Have the day you deserve, because you're not going to tell people. You're not going to tell people how to think, how to act, because what you're trying to do is to control a narrative. Again, what makes you different than the very person we've been talking about for months? You're exactly the same. Exactly the same. So what does that say about you? You're in the wrong spot, girl. You're trying to play both sides of the fence. Seeking attention, pushing boundaries. I could never be a female that if a man that I don't know tells me on a live stream, you're looking for attention, you don't know anything about boundaries, I would literally disappear from the face of the earth. I would be so embarrassed. I would never, ever show my face around those parts again. Because to be clocked like that, and then you still show up, it's a sickness. It needs to be studied, bro. That's wild times, bro. Like, that's sad to me, bro. Like, that's so sad. That's so sad. You're so unaware of your own behavior that you don't even realize, like, the cringe factor of that. And that, like, ooh, maybe you should not do that. Maybe you should tone it down. But I'm the problem. I need to let it go. I need to not bring things into the chat. Yesterday was the first time in weeks that I have been sparing people and not saying things for a reason out of respect for the content creator. But when you come in and you start dropping things and you start trying to expose me, girl, now it's fair game. You got a live. You're welcome. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. No. Because wisdom is also not being dumb. Listen to that sentence again. Wisdom is not being dumb. It's not taking shit. Being strong and resilient doesn't mean that you tolerate bullshit from anybody. Period. This is a game in life that we're all playing. Learn the strategy. Try to understand why people receive me the way that I do. The way that they do. Ask. Ask and you shall receive, honey. Maybe the receptivity comes from the fact that, like, yo, I really live this life. I am who I say I am. Energy doesn't lie, bro. Energy never lies. The people who get it, and the people who don't. That's okay. But energy is a vibe. It's a feeling. It's that gut instinct that tells you. And if something about me makes you feel uncomfortable, Okay, you don't have to like me. But to battle me, it's a losing game, bro. You lost. You lost. I would have never imagined starting, and I'm going to leave this leg up. I'm going to leave it up intentionally. Because you know what the crazy part is? Now this person's going around playing victim that they were ganged up on, even though they were talking so much crap about another creator who was on the phone, and she's giving subliminals and shading her and doing all of this. And when she gets called out, she automatically tries to flip it on the other person like they're the ones like starting problems because she got called out. This is the same crap that she pulled with me through text. What are you doing? You have no capability of taking responsibility for your own actions and behaviors. At 50. That's wild to me. Lord, may I never be that way. And may people in the chat never be like that. You are not too young or old to take responsibility for your participation in whatever you choose to do. And you know what? Sometimes you're not right. And it's okay to eat it. I had to eat it. And you know what? At some point, maybe this is a part of my karmic cleansing. This is what I get for making observations with strangers. Maybe it's that. I can own it and I can respect that. Is it gonna change my entire life and destroy me and never allow me to be on this space again? Absolutely not. Because if I can be an example of what not to do, I'm gonna show it. I have no shame about that. Because let's be clear, talking shit and making observations are two different people, two different scenarios, two very different things. It's not the same. It's not. So if you want to come and be like, oh, you're talking all this stuff, first of all, you were privy to the fact that I apologized to everybody that was mentioned directly and privately. So for you to rehash an issue weeks later and try to also insert another name that didn't need to be there, so you lied about that, is what the issue is. You're just looking for a fight. There are some freaking aircraft classes where you could throw yourself off a plane. Maybe you need that type of adrenaline rush. Maybe you need to throw yourself off of a plane and feel nature and air and that 100% pure energy. Have your face flapping in the wind forever for you to calm the fuck down. Maybe you need to do that. I don't know, it's a choice, it's an option. But starting stuff with people in the chat of the very creator who you profess to respect and trying to micromanage by suggesting certain things that he should and shouldn't do, like, you too invested in something that doesn't have anything to do with you. And on top of that, you're bad for business, bro. Why are you starting shit with the people who could potentially be somebody who wants to donate? You're turning people off by starting this type of shit. Why are you doing that? It's so bizarre to me. Like, how are you gonna be in a chat and say that you rock with somebody and then also simultaneously turn off the very people who follow that person? Make it make sense. And then for your show and tell, you want to dress up like someone who has accused him of doing something, like, and you want to dress like that very person and think that's funny. You're not funny. That's bad business. That's complete lack of self-awareness. And inappropriate at that. Do that on your own space. It's not even my channel, bro. And this person's coming out acting like a fool, stirring the pot because you're not aware of the things that you are doing because you think that it's okay because of your condition. Whatever it is that you have, guess what, baby? ADHD, ADD, ABC, 1, 2, 3, we all got something, okay? And I currently have discovered that I have I don't give a fuck syndrome. I just don't. This is the rare form that you're getting. This is Chimmy 2.0. That's what you're going to get. This is as rah-rah sis kumbaya as you're gonna get. And you know what? Sometimes that energy needs to be expressed. Because just taking the route of like, oh, all is well. Yes, all is well. All will be well. But sometimes you need to let people know what to do and what not to do with you. If you don't address it, and since this person decided to do it publicly, and let's be clear, this was addressed privately. This person has been waiting to start something publicly on purpose. Even though I had a clear boundary, this person decided to violate it. So then at some point, if this person is not respecting the boundary and decides to put it in the chat and do all of this stuff, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not allowing that. And that's why this space can be very fickle. You know people, then you don't know people. People turn on you, people do this, people do that. It's like, what are we doing? Like, there's enough room for everybody to succeed. And even if you're just a chat person, just be a chat person. Just talk. Send a couple of emojis. We have fun out here. We're not doing all this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand especially when it's women against women, because that's exactly the point. Women versus women. That is one thing that I'm like, I'll never stand behind that, because it always be the females that be like, oh, feminism, this, that, and the third, but yet you're like trashing the next woman, trying to sabotage the next woman and her opportunities, but you call yourself a feminist and a girl's girl. Is that what we're doing? What Twilight Zone are we living in? Oh, look, hey, DJ, what's up, DJ? Ask DJ. Does Bigfoot approve? Probably not. Probably not. Shout out to DJ, calling all beings, you know, like he's had me on his platform with Boston Bia. And like, that's another thing. I didn't expect any of that. That was so dope. Like, cool. Like, I became a part of this. And, you know, it's not my fault. People are drawn to me. Maybe then you put yourself out there and see how people receive you. That's a choice. What are we doing? Like, there's no need for all of this extra. It's just it's so absurd. It's so absurd to me. Like, I don't care. You want to share where you come from? You want to put in the chat? Like, go ahead. Like, to me, this space is whatever it's gonna be. But I know the value that I provide. As a human, as a person, as a friend, as a mother, as a wife, with my own family and the things that I do. And at the end of the day, the very people that I've spoken about today all have children. Daughters at that. I have a daughter. So I have to equip my daughter to have to deal with your type of children in the future. And God bless that they don't turn out the way that you are. Because guess what? I'm also somebody's daughter. You're somebody's daughter. But you don't think about that. Why? Because I'm almost 40 and you're almost 50. My father's in heaven, honey. I'm still his daughter. We are all children of God. You think this is what God wants us to do? Is to fight each other over dumb stuff? To puff up our chest with our ego? Do you think that's what this is about? You got the game fucked up. If that's what you think this is about. Wrong. How many times has this person been wrong already today? I didn't take notes. I should have. I should have done a PowerPoint presentation and gone through my Excel spreadsheet to show. And in this scenario, you're wrong again. You know what I mean? Like, no. Nick Barrows, yes, absolutely not. 1-800, absolutely not. Don't be mad at me that these polka dots are very cute. It's not my fault. Let me look at the chat so I can see what everybody's saying up in here. Ooh, I talked for an hour. Jeez. I could have a channel, huh? I could have a channel. Look at that. And look, y'all, like, haters are gonna hate. and players, they gonna play. Like, you know, stop playing with me. I don't do this stuff, yo. Like, I don't do this whole, like, petty nonsense. Like, it's so beneath everybody. Like, there are so many things in the world happening. There is a war happening. There's people getting sued left and right. There's people losing money, losing their home, not having food on the table. There's animals dying. There's children dying. There's families dying. There's people who can't keep a roof over their head. And you mean to tell me that we're so privileged to be on these internets talking about what? How dumb and ungrateful you're being? Give me a break. Hazme un favor. Okay, here. There's a little sprinkle of Spanish spice there. Hazme un favor. Por favor. Por favor. How are you acting like that? You're too privileged. It seems like you had too many things given to you, or you forgot a part of the struggle for you to be in the position that you're in today. You should stay gracious and grateful for the things that you have in your life. So when I walk and talk and walk the talk and talk the walk, yes, honey, I do that on the daily. Attitude of gratitude. But with that said, it doesn't mean that you tolerate disrespect. Absolutely not. No. And I will address it. And I have no problem addressing it, because if you want to do it publicly, okay. What can we learn from this? As a non-licensed therapist, what can we learn about it? Pay attention to people's patterns of behavior. Pay attention to how people move. If someone's coming to you talking nonsense about somebody, more than likely they're talking nonsense about you. If somebody is sending you screenshots about they're being ignored by a content creator and they want you to see it to validate their delusion, they're delusional. Run. If someone violates you by trying to start drama in the very space that you're a part of to try to make you look bad because you set a boundary and you're just co-signing, calling them out, run. Call it out. Don't allow somebody to step on you like that. Kindness is not weakness, baby. Never that. Never that. And if we paid attention more to that, oh, and to wrap that little one with a bow, what I said about this person before I ever spoke to them, that she says I was talking shit, no, I was making an observation, okay? Two very different things. Making an observation is saying, yo, I don't like how this person is always looking for attention. That's weird. Is that talking shit with my friend? Is it? Or am I just observing that maybe I should stay away from this person? I'm calling it out. My inner monologue is becoming my external thoughts out loud. Talking shit is like, oh, she's a bitch, she's trash, she's this, she's that. Never that. Not with this person. Desperate? Yes. Desperate. Desperation shows, honey, is very apparent. And it's not a good look for you or anybody. You and your friend. It's not a good look. You can do better than that. And then you should sit there and ask yourself, why am I doing that? Is reflection not a thing anymore? Are we just not looking in mirrors anymore? You look in the mirror, listen, this concealer is sitting really nice. Listen, Laura Mercier setting powder is the bomb.com for the summer. I'm just letting you know, for all the girlies who like a little, fresh and press. Laura Mercier is the schnitz, and it's also on sale at Ulta for 20% off, and not sponsored, but one day will be. Stop playing with me, okay? I'm just putting you on the good stuff. I'm putting you on the good stuff. And also good skincare. Korean skincare. Tea. It always hits. That retinol, aside from the genetics, honey, like there's barely anything there. No Botox, no nothing, okay? Yes, Christy knows. Miss Ado knows. Ew, yes. Yes, Renee. I don't know how to type in this thing, but I'll send it to you directly so you know what it is. Because it just gives you a nice, like, blurred effect. Like, oh my God, what? Where are the pores? Nowhere. It's amazing. And look, I don't care. Skin has texture. It is what it is. Like, I don't know if you can see the texture. The texture. It happens. Everybody has texture on their skin. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Oh, Renee, you are not. You are not old. Stop. Old is a state of mind, in my opinion, only because it starts to, like, the way that we think and speak about ourselves starts to translate into our physical. That's my opinion. So I don't think I'm old. I'm like, I'm still that girl. Yes, Laura Mercier. Yes. A little bougie, a little bougie, a little bougetto, you know what I mean? A little bougetto. But that's what I like to do. I like to take care of my skin because that's a part of self-love, right? Like, you realize, like, because especially since now I'm leaving these 30s behind and walking into a new decade and into a new era, you just realize how much time you spend not taking care of yourself, because it's easy to deny who, like, the love that you should be applying to yourself, which is why when I look at these people, I'm like, that's what y'all lacking. Do you need the skincare routine so you could feel better? I got you, girl. If you want to talk this out woman to woman on some real and not on some petty, I'll give you the skincare routine, girl. I'll let you know about the Fenty lip. I can't do anything about the hair because that's genetics. In addition to, like, the skin texture, that's genetics. But I will say that when you regulate your hormones and you eat the freaking avocado, you do feel better. Because women's needs are different than men's. And a lot of the content that's out there, they don't really talk about women in their midlife. And as an older millennial, I'm like, yo, I'm walking into my 40s not knowing what the hell's gonna happen to my body. And I'm like talking to other women that are also like, yo, I don't know what's wrong with me. But then we get labeled crazy or we're unhinged and out of control because our hormonal system is out of whack because we are not educated properly on how to regulate that. On how to regulate our emotional self. Well, one, it starts with you fucking doing the work. Do you know what that is? Sit with yourself, take a mirror, and be like, friend, inner child, I love you. I'm sorry. I forgive you. Start there. Maybe do a little yoga, a little vinyasa, a little, you know, like, there are options, girl. Do some Pilates. Be a Pilates princess. Drink the matcha. Don't do the oat milk. That raises your blood sugar, just for the insulin girlies out there. Just don't do that. You know, especially if you got pre-diabetes. Don't do the oat milk. Do a little bit of whole milk. A sound bath, yes. Listen, I would have bought all my tools, but I was like, you know what? It's okay. I don't need the tools today. We're not going to do show and tell, but I will probably do that in terms of, like, things that have helped me kind of get to where I'm at now, is having a practice that helps you stay grounded. And a lot of that is removing yourself from spaces that are toxic. However, in this space, I know I'm loved and I'm welcome there. I'm not going to let two people trick me out my spot. Y'all could be there and watch me win. And P.S., y'all could have been right there winning with me. I like to share. I'm not a greedy person. I have always been a supporter of everybody. Ask anybody, yo. Like, I'm like, yo, do your channel, do your thing. I'll come on your thing. I'll do this, I'll do that. I am not the type of person to gatekeep my energy so that I could only be the one to thrive. To me, everybody can thrive together. If anything, there's already, like, a group of freaking leeches that run the world that is small. Why do you think they do it? Because they stick together. United in hate up there is controlling us. Why don't we unite in love? It's an option. But no, y'all don't want to do that. Not y'all, but, you know, some people don't want to do that. For what? It's baffling, to be honest. It's baffling. Because it really is the same people that are like, oh, you're my girl, you're my best friend, oh my God. Like, girl, no, you liar, mentirosa. Like, that's what you're really on. You're on some, like, mentirosa vibes. You know what a mentirosa is? Look it up in the dictionary. Go Google it. Ponte en el Google, okay? Ponte en el Google. Yes, en el Google. Find out what mentirosa is. Hint, it's a liar. This could easily be an ASMR channel, just saying. Like, what if I'm just like, for Miss 808, you are enough. That's an inside joke. She'll know. Let's bring away all the demons. Pa fuera! Pa fuera! Oh, to be almost 40. What a miracle from God. That's the other thing, yo. Like, we don't even know we're going to be here. You think I'm going to be crying on the internet about some random people? No, girl. Someone older than me? Absolutely not. No. No. No puede ser. Yes, turmeric and pepper. That video is so good. It's so iconic. I can't. Yes, Renee, and that part. And you know what? And shout out to Renee, because Renee is one of the strongest people that I know and has been through so much. And prayers up to her and for everything that she's gone through and continues to experience, because someone like Renee has had to deal with so much. And here we are having the ability to like sit here and have this conversation without any issues, right? And that in itself is something to be grateful for, while someone like Renee that we love so dearly is going through something difficult and still has the optimism and the ability to still be a good person despite what she's going through. She's not taking out her problems or what she's going through on anybody. Maybe everybody should take a lesson and learn from Renee. Someone who is going through all of this and still chooses kindness over all the bullshit. And I will tell you that on her stream, when this one individual decided to come into her chat to start some BS, when it's about Renee's first stream with her guest and to start shit, shame on you. And you're the same person to tell me to grow up and that I need to let it go, and you are in somebody else's stream who has nothing to do with anything, making what we're talking about you? Give me a break. That's so inappropriate. And this is somebody, Renee is somebody who you know is going through something. How you know? Remember how you know I'm not talking to Karen Reed? How you know I haven't talked to every single person? You don't know my schedule. You don't know my roster. You don't know what I'm on. You don't know. That's intentional. Because you know what the problem is? People who are too willing to share everything, including certain things that should be kept private. They make it too easy for other people to exploit that information. Renee is out here literally fighting for her life. And you want to tell me that you want to come into her first chat to be on some nonsense? Girl, why don't you grow up? Instead of trying to offer signed hats and whatever else that you want to get, make cookies and all this stuff and offer it to the moon gods to get, some type of attention. You and your friend, the both of y'all. Wouldn't be me. You ever learn sometimes the best way to be cool with people is to fall back a little bit? Not to be so on top of them. Not everybody likes that. Because even your friendliness comes off as you're trying to get something out of somebody. That's not authentic. That's desperation. Couldn't be me. But you know what? That's the type of shit that's why I call it out. Because it's y'all people that do that type of stuff, and you come and you do dirty stuff into somebody else's stream who doesn't deserve it. That's not cool. That's not cool. Someone who's just starting out and you want to come out and be like, oh, who says I'm not doing the work? Nobody's talking to you. It's not even about you. Imagine, the world does not revolve around you. Why don't you go take care of your house? And I don't mean your physical house, as in where you live, where your soul resides, your house, your mental. Imagine being that person, like, yo, everything is about me. No, it's not. Not everybody cares. I don't expect people to care about what the hell I'm going through. But I am going to be compassionate to what other people are going through. I choose not to disclose what I've gone through or what I've been through for a reason. There's a time and place for that. It's not in a chat. In my opinion, for my personal shit, I'm not sharing that in a chat. That's just what I choose to do. If you want to do that, go off. But there's also people who do that because they want to be able to gain energy from people, like, oh, feel bad for me, so that when they wild out in the chat, oh, we can't say nothing because they're going through X, Y, and Z. Yeah, no, I peeped that already. No, you're not gonna fool me. No. Renee, I'm just looking at the chat. Sorry, I had like a weird pause. I'm sure y'all were like, Jenny, what happened? Yeah, no, like, you know, it's one of those things where I'm like, yo, like, it's just, that's, I think, a part of being a content creator that is such a turnoff for me. It's because you have experiences with people like this, and you have to make sure that you keep your circle super tight, because people will exploit that shit at any point. Any point. They will just get close to you to have access. I mean, that already happened with said person who went into Renee's chat. I peeped that shit a long time ago. Oh, here's my number. I live here. Let me know if you can come with me to said event. Let that person know that you want to come with me. Let you pick me up. I don't even know you. I haven't even really seen your face. I just know you by a screen name. And because you decided to support my Patreon, shameless plug, like, why would I want to go with you in your vehicle to drive to another state, to be in an area, even if I know those people like on a closer level? There's levels to this, bro. I'm not doing that. Like, and that's no disrespect. If that's called in Spanish, muy confianzudo. Like, you're too like comfortable with being too like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're too comfortable, like you know me like that. I'm not your friend. I don't know you. I actually get to know people before they become my friends, right? Like, and maybe that's something that you need to work on as a person, but I'm still a stranger to you, and you're gonna trust me in your car? I don't trust you as a driver and putting my life on the line in your car. Like, no disrespect. You could be a wonderful driver, no accidents on your record. I don't know you to be in your car. I'll take a Uber. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take the Amtrak. But I'm also not going somewhere where I'm not going to be invited or try to sneak my way into something because you don't want to go by yourself. You're not doing me a favor. You know you wanted to take me because you know I'm cool with them. You think I'm dumb? Wisdom is not being dumb. Strange. But I'm the problem. I need to drop it. I am the one that has to stop all this because I should know better. Because I am this person. And hi, Mamma Mia. Girl. Listen, I didn't go to school for drama, but I could have been. An actriz. Listen, I could have been a freaking actriz. Okay? An actress. I could have done all that stuff. I could have been in musical theater. Who knows? Could have done all those things. Fugazi. Yeah. The guy with the whoop. I'm not playing with y'all. No. It's just so sad, yo. Like, it's so sad. And that's, I think, the part that always gets me so conflicted is like, I feel bad. And I hate that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I don't like that I feel bad even though people do me dirty. I still feel bad for the person. That's one thing about empathy that I wish I could turn off, but I can't. And thank God, because that's why I'm able to still have relationships with people and be the person that I am. Because, like, if I allowed all of those betrayals and all these people trying to sun me to harden my heart, I would not be the person that you see here today. Not at all. Not at all. I would be bitter. I would be miserable. I would be hateful and vengeful, spiteful. Insert your favorite low vibrational adjective. I would be all those things. And yes, Terry, you gotta pray for people like that. You have to. And the fact is, it's been said, not by me, but I'm going to say it. Like Terry and Renee and Miss 808 and other people who have said, my star is rising. I have a mission to accomplish here on earth. I have sat in the background for a very long time, and now is my moment. And I'm going to fully embrace it and enjoy it and do what God has assigned me to do. This isn't about making friends. If I make friends, great. And if I don't, that's okay. This is God's work. This package was designed by yours truly up there, not my neighbor, a couple levels higher into the heavenly realms. I'm here to help people. I'm here to deliver words of wisdom to assist people in their growth process and to inspire those who are struggling with whatever it is that they're going through, whether it's through being a guest and providing insight, or even if I take this into whatever, because at this point I might as well. Look, all these haters, y'all just pushed me to do exactly what you were afraid of. Now you're gonna see more of me. Oh! Ah! Punch the air. Punch a pillow. I mean, it's God's work, honey. It's what God says. That's my boss. That's what I want to do. And that's what I choose to do. And if God is okay with that, that's what I'm going to do. But to let some lower vibrational, low frequency people to be on some BS because they're mad, stay mad. Stay mad. Stay mad. Oh, Miss Barely Brunette. Yes, I'm here. I am here. Look at this. And I'm going to leave this one up because actually the camera's not moving. The first time I went live, it was a little bit different, but I just decided to just keep this one as is. And I'm going to keep this because it's important to address things directly and in the form in which they came about. And I leave it here. Will I engage with it again? No, I think I've made my point. And if people want to continue to do stuff or ask questions, again, anything that was told to me in confidence, even by people that I don't mess with anymore, I will never disclose. That's not how I move in life. If they choose to violate my privacy or violate me in any capacity, that's their right to do that. And that's their consequences that they will have to face. Because I am not God. I'm not here to direct anybody on how to think, how to be, who to do what, if, when, where, how, why, all the W's. I'm not doing that. I'm here to merely speak, and if it hits, the message hits for the people that is meant to hit, beautiful. And if it's not, then that's okay too. That's okay too. Terry, you did not boot yourself out. No. So let me say hi to the people in the chat. I'm going to go back up. So I know, obviously, Renee, Miss 808, Ramona was here, Christy, Barely Brunette, DJ was here. Shout out to everybody. Oh my gosh. Look at everybody keeping it in here, keeping it real. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at all of the self-care stuff. Yes. Prayers. Yes. Oh, you guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's a big rant, a long one at that, but I do think that it's important. And yes, Chris was here too. I do think that it's important to take negative situations and turn them around into things that we can learn from. Because it's not about matching energy, it's about rising above it. And speaking up for yourself when there is an injustice happening. Because if not, then what is it for? Silence is okay, but when silence is not respected and it's violated in a space that you coexist in, then something has to be said. And we're not me. I'm not staying silent for nobody, to protect nobody. If I see something wrong, no matter who it is, I'm going to say something. Especially now, even on my page. Because let me tell you something. I don't go off often. Like the first time I went off was yesterday. And that was barely scratching the surface. barely. Okay, but of course you're here in spirit. I love that. Thank you. But I do think that it is time for people to just speak up and, just say what you need to say. And like, don't let people clown you and play in your face. Like, y'all forget I'm from New York? The fuck? Look, I don't got the bigger hoops on, but they're tiny. They're mighty though. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Barely, I will leave it in the chat for everybody to see. I'll post it because the last one I did I took down because it was a test. But now that I kind of have a little bit of a better setup, barely, just at least I'm not holding it so it's not shaking and causing everyone to be like, I'll leave this one up because the message will resonate with those who will hear it, if at all. And if not, then you know what, the message is there for the people who get it, and who don't, because there is something to learn. Hold my hoops, yo. Listen. Hold on, when I listen. Don't even get me started. Like, no tea, yo. Like, I'm 5'8", bro. I'm a tall lady, okay? I have a decade of martial arts training. And sure, it's not, like takedown type of stuff, but I took up whatever, right? Like, that still lives in my body. I'm half Brazilian, bro. Like, I'll cartwheel my way out of some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing with y'all. Like, I'll cartwheel my way into kicking you in the face, all right? From the ground up. Stop playing with me, okay? Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, she's talented, okay? Yes, cartwheels, yes. You know what? That's gonna be my thing. Cartwheels in the chat. Cartwheels in the chat. Everybody, cartwheels in the chat. Ew, let's see those cartwheels in the chat. Let's go. I love it so much. Kind of obsessed. Oh, it's so good. Yes, cartwheels in the chat. Hey, cartwheels in the chat. Oh, girl, listen, we're here for the laughs and the entertainment factor. Yes, because you know what? There's a lot going on overall. And P.S., if no one is familiar with astrology, and to be fair, I'm not entirely privy to the astrological, world of planets and stars with signs and where things move. But what I do know is in Aries. Okay? And in Aries is pure fire energy. And Aries don't fuck around. We currently have 7 planets in Aries. So talk about not fucking around with, Mercury, Pluto, the sun, this and the third. Like, we are just like in full flame mode, bro. Like, full flame mode. Like, everyone is unhinged. It's a new moon today. La luna es nueva. You know what I mean? It's a new moon. So people are going to be a little crazy because whether you know it or not, we all feel energy. We are energy. So you're going to feel the vibes. And it is very hard to stay grounded in these type of times because people are going to push you. But then when you recognize that this is all a test, you start to move a little bit differently. And if anything, that's what I would tell you guys to do. I would never tell people, oh, yes, Aries is the god of war. Exactly. So imagine if Mercury is the planet of communication, we fighting. You know what I mean? Like, we fighting today. The sun is the current energy right now is in Aries. Taurus season is next week though. That's my season. And I mean, Aries is the god of war. It's violence. It's everything that has to do with that. It's aggression. It's impulsivity. You're like running into a wall and doing it 100 times until you get through because you're so stubborn to do it. Like, that's what it is. It's the first sign of the zodiac, aka the spring, the new year. So now we have all of these planets in this very fiery energy. You're going to feel that. The goal is to not engage into bullshit. But I'm a Taurus and I'm stubborn. I mean, just a little bit, okay? And just a little bit. I'm a little bit stubborn when I have to be. But I know usually most of the time I'm very chill. But like when you catch a Pokemon in rare form, you got that today. You got the rare form Chimmy, level 3 Chimmy today, you know? And that's just what you're gonna get. She's rare. She's the Chimmy truck. You gotta find it not on in Washington Heights. You might find it in another undisclosed location. You gotta search for it. You gotta knock on the door 3 times. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, what's that? The planets, Leda. Wait. Oh, Miss Barely Brunette. Listen, she's on the cusp. Ooh, you got both Taurus and Aries energy. Ooh, girl. Well, first of all, we know that your taste in food and music and everything good is impeccable. Duh. Hi. But then also, like, you know, you got that spark. Ask Miss Terry. Ask Miss Terry. My little Aries queen. That is Miss Terry, yo. Nobody mess with Terry. Nobody mess with Terry. She is a spicy. She is a spicy. And Miss 808. Don't mess with Miss 808. Don't mess with Renee. Renee will throw them bows, okay? Like, she is ready to throw them bows. She don't play around. And I'm the same. That lives in me, duh. I'm Latin, for crying out loud. What do you want from me? Let's do a little of this. I think Greek Princess was in here too. Iconic. Greek Princess. Oh, love her. Yes. Spicy cartwheels. That's what we do in here. That's what we doing. So I think, I mean, I don't know how long it's been. It's been a little while, but you know, I do appreciate everyone for being here. I don't regret ever speaking up for myself, and I would encourage people to do the same. We're living in a time where things are very apparent, and what you see is exactly, you should believe it. And I made a post about that like, if you see something and people tell you who they are, believe them, because that self-snitching is so real. People love to tell on themselves. We just try to be like, he didn't mean that he was going to throw me off the cliff. Girl, what? Like, he kind of told you. You know what I'm saying? Like, believe people. Believe people when they tell you this kind of shit. And don't let anybody be up in your business, tell you anything, and try to embarrass you. Because guess what? There's always going to be someone that's playing chess, okay? That's some checker shit, okay? That's impulsive, not thinking, not looking left and right, up, down, and all around. We move with strategy on this page, okay? On my channel, we're moving strategically in these streets, on the internet and outside as such. We're not doing this whole, like, make it obvious. No. Leave something to the imagination. Like, be a little less predictable. Be a little bit more, you know, if you're like a very feminine girl, be in your soft girl era. Give me some soft energy. If you're a man, you know what? We don't look. There's that one song that he plays. What is it? What did he play? Miss 808 knows. You need a man like me. No, no sensitivity. No. We like sensitivity on the low, but we also need some aggressive men. Yes. I can't do it quite like Cardi, you know. Maybe because she's Dominican, but I mean, I give you a little such, but no, we need, you know, our men to be men. We need women to be more in their soft, because we've had a kind of role reversal in that. So, you know, just be comfortable being you. More importantly, not even just because of what everybody tells you, but just be comfortable in your energy without having to be so like in your face about it. Like, the people that will like you, and you don't have to be inclusive of everybody. Because let's keep it a buck. I'm gonna leave it right here with this. The stoop is exclusive, okay? We do not do inclusivity in the stoop. This is a false ideology that was given to embrace all levels of crazy because we want everybody to be seen and heard. And hence why we are in the position where the world is burning because of this inclusivity shit. The stoop, by definition, is not even within the height, the width, the diameter, or any type of depth to be able to handle too many booties. You know what I mean? Like, you can't put everybody on the stoop. It's small and exclusive for a reason. Keep it that way. Keep it exclusive. Don't let too many people into your shit. It's precisely why I don't really want to be all up, you know, in there trying to give my everyday to everybody, because this shit is exhausting, it's draining. And the same with the stoop. I don't let everybody sit at my stoop. There's not enough room for too many people, and that's for a reason. It's selective for a reason, because that goes to show that you're doing your homework. Because to be liked by many doesn't get you anywhere. I would rather be respected in the rooms that I choose to be in. And if you're going to disrespect me, you might get a video. No, I'm kidding. Not everyone's going to get a video. And you will, no, I am not making content out of people, which is why, again, I initially and intentionally did not say names. I don't want to put names. And I'm going to ask all of y'all for the same, for something from the bottom of my heart, if you can do this. If you find it within your soul and it resonates, if you see people acting a fool and they're starting shit, if they start mentioning me or they start mentioning anything else, don't even give it any energy. Because at this point, like for me, it dies here. Those people will be blocked. I am not going to address them anymore. I am not going to be moved out of where I am meant to be. And those people are allowed to coexist there. But I don't want to know if they're talking, if they're saying, if they're crying, if they're God bless. I hope that you guys, like, I hope that all those people who started shit don't get that same energy returned to them. Because I'll tell you one thing, that's going to be 100% victim mode. Oh, they're coming for me. Oh, but you don't see all the things that you do, right? And you want, wow. The irony. She's a victim today. He's a victim tomorrow. But they don't see how they move in these streets. Do they? Let's be for real. But yes, Renee. And look, I hear that. Like, that's sad to me. Like, how you gonna start shit and then play victim? What is the psychological therapy word for that? I'm not a therapist. I'm not gonna say that. But oh yeah, and Barely Brunette, I am not on X for a reason. If you're on X and you see a Chimmy Speaks, that is not me. I don't do X. I don't play in that playground. I don't care about those people. I don't do that vitriol. I don't do none of that. Hi, Cat's Pajamas. Welcome. No, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. That is a very toxic space, and unlike other content creators that are like always like, oh, it's a cesspool, this, that, and the third. Yeah, you know what? You're right, girl. It is a cesspool. Good for you that you're not there anymore. Because that place, you ain't winning with nobody. You're fighting with a bot. And that's really what this is too all about. There's a lot of people. I need y'all to open your eyes and pay attention. We are living in an NPC world. There's not a lot of real people out here. Nope. Empty. Nothing there. Just here to be a freaking background character in your story. Or to test you in some way. When God is like, Dike the chosen, 1,444 or 144,000 people, I believe that there's less of us than there are of them. We are on the devil's playground, people. This is an NPC world. And to find people with substance is rare. It's very rare. And we're the ones that always get targeted the most because we have something. We can touch people. We can awaken others to their highest potential. And it's not even because I could do much. You could just watch my video and there'll be a message in there for you. And you're like, damn, yo, like that fucking hit. I needed to hear that today. And that's the work. Sometimes it's not so predictable where it's like, so come to my video and this is what we're going to talk about today. To me, this is a stream of consciousness, a stream of chimmies, of chimmy-isms, a whole stream of chimmy-isms, of random things about observations that I'm like, wow. Is it 5 o'clock yet? Gonna need a little tequila today. You know what I'm saying? I need a little tequila today. Because people out here are wilding. Woo-wee. These NPCs are really out in these streets. Pero they're like doing the most though. They are doing demasiado. That's a new word. Demasiado. Too much, yo. And for me to say the way, un sangui. Un sangui. P.S. It's sandwich. Sandwich. Un sangui. Yes, modelos. Oh, I love a good cold beer. Do you know that in... You want to hear me go off en español? Mira, ni comience, mujer, que yo no quiero hacer eso, por favor. Ay, no. Tú no quieres saber de eso, mujer. Ay, no. 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 Ay, Dios, perdóname, please. No. Can you imagine this energy on JFK's channel? He'd be like, bitch, what? Girl, what? I mean, that's like, I mean, look, I have to keep it a little bit more contained just because like that's his channel and it's out of respect. Like I'm not trying to be all like, you know, out there, like, you know, like I could reserve that for here. You guys can see a little bit more personality here, but I'm a little bit more comfortable in my own arena. I'm not going to bring this energy everywhere because, you know, that's for a purpose over there. And I don't think men really receive women like me the same way as other women. So like, you know, that's just because that's the cultura, okay? It's the cultura. We just do that, okay? But this is me. Like, I am like this on the regular. I'm like this on the regular, on the daily. And I just enjoy having fun and just being lighthearted because there's just truly so much darkness out there, bro. Like, nobody needs to have like all this extra drama, everybody going through something. Like, we don't need to be doing this. Even this is a lot of energy for this type of shit. But you know what? I enjoy it. If y'all could tolerate this stream of consciousness and I could keep you entertained, the fact that I could talk for 97 minutes and 14 seconds is wild, bro. That shit is wild. She's a talker. For real. For real. But, you know, I've had a lot to say. I've kept my mouth shut for a long time about a lot of things and intentionally. And, you know, sometimes there's ways to say things without having to destroy people. I hope I didn't destroy anybody. If I destroyed people today, please put a 1 in the chat. If I did not destroy somebody today, please put a 2 in the chat. I want to know. I love to be open to and receptive to all types of feedback. If you think that I went off the hinges and I made people look bad, put a 1. If I did not, put a 2. And I will gladly take that feedback because I am not above any type of criticism. Well, criticism is different because criticism and discernment are different, but you know, we'll get to that on a different life. But I'm not above reproach. Like, please, if there's something that I did do wrong, I'm okay with it being clocked because I'm not perfect and I am not trying to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Listen, you comfort my heart. Thank you guys. Truly, I appreciate y'all. Bye, Renee. You leaving, my girl? I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all for real. But I mean, so I think what I'm going to do, I'll end it here. But I think what I'll do for next time is I'm going to try to ask all of you to vote on what. Oh, you're showing the 2. Okay, girl, listen. I can stay here another like 10 minutes. I'm just saying. If you want me to. For the next one, I'm thinking about just having you guys vote on the next topic and we'll kind of go from there. Oh, oh my, a doctor. Ay, un doctorcito. Ay, Dios. Excuse me. Let me get my collar nice and freshened up. Stop. Thank you very much. See, now I gotta be, you see, you never know who's listening. Thank you for telling me that, because that's the other thing. You gotta be careful out here. Like, you don't know who's listening. Are my hairs in place? Ay Dios. Not me being all vain for a doctor I do not know in Florida. But it's true though, like you gotta be careful too. Like you never know who's watching. And I know like that's why like I'm not gonna be on some craziness either, because like there's people that, you know, are in positions of power or just, you know, in professions that are so respectable that take the time to listen to what you have to say. And that is like that's the beauty of the internet, you know, as much as you can say that the internet is has its flaws like everything else, but then the beauty about it is that interweb of being able to connect with others and have people from all different walks of life, all different professions, all different tax brackets that are interested in just getting some sort of human connection and interaction. That is beautiful. Like, what a blessing that is. You know what I mean? Like, that's such a thank you for telling me that, because it's true. Like, you never know who's watching, who's listening, and who you could touch just based on your conversation. So instead of being tragic and, you know, treating this space like, you know, oh, to be authentic, you got to throw every curse word you know and every derogatory term to be real. I mean, how about just try to clock a behavior in a respectful manner and just be like, I'm not doing that. That's a choice. You know what I mean? Like, that's an option. Like, you could do that too. Like, you never know who's watching. And to me, I've always thought about that too. I'm like, yo, I could meet like somebody that may want to work with me one day. And why would I want to turn them off immediately? That seems crazy. And being on the internet on that, yo, like that's easy work, bro. Like, that's so easy. It's so easy to catch people in their natural form. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for what? No, no puede ser. No, 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 no. Like, that's what I care about the most is that, you know, there was somebody who was like, oh, she's a goody two shoes. Yes, I know words. I'm educated. I'm sorry. Not. Like, it bothers you that I like to. It's like when you get up and you go outside, you put on your clothes, you brush your teeth, like, you know, you get your hair in a nice little whatever, you know, you get ready for the day and you go and you do your job. This is my job. I'm not gonna come to my job being like disheveled and a mess. So if my choice to be presentable is goody two shoes, then so be it. They're bedazzled. They're sparkling, honey. They're shining. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, seriously, it's wild. Exactly, Renee. Wow, yes. And especially when you got, like, yo, my daughter one day is going to she's going to peep this stream. I don't even want to think about that. That's like 10 years from now, right? Hopefully I still, you know, have it together. But I don't want my daughter to look at this and be like, ew, Mom, you're so embarrassing. Mortified. Mortified. Absolutely not. No. Her opinion of me matters. Like, I am your parent, and my social internet footprint is out there. I am not going to embarrass you, my child. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. Because who pays for it is her. So maybe if we were more conscious about how we present online, instead of, you know, you're more worried about your aesthetic, your physical presentation, but then what's coming out of your mouth is straight up basura, garbaggio. The looks don't match the vibes. You know what I mean? No matter how many nice things you want to wear, it just doesn't match the vibes. Yes, move with intention. And yes, I would not want anybody to see it. You have a few years you can get rid of these. Yes, basura! Basura! Imagine that. I know. No, 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 no. Would you believe it? There's really people out here doing that. And like, it's like, yo, it just baffles my mind. Like, I'm like, it not even baffles, it boggles my mind how that's the thought process. That someone who chooses to not be a stereotype is a goody two shoes while simultaneously being the stereotype. I'm pretty sure your job, if this is a job that you take seriously, it's only going to get as serious as you treat it. So if you treat it with that negativity and that vibe of like wanting to tear others down with the indirects and all this other bullshit and expose the receipts and blah, 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 then that's the energy you're asking for. That's the receptivity. That's what you're going to reciprocate to yourself and attract to yourself. You don't have to be a spiritual person to understand that that's just the way. You could be a scientific person who doesn't believe in God, and listen, I'm gonna need you to believe in God, but since some of y'all don't, and some of these companies want to discover what the God particle is instead of just knowing that God is God, I digress. You don't got to be a rocket scientist to know that that's just the way of the world. You put out something, it's an energy, you receive it. So be mindful of the energy you put out there towards certain people, because that's the other part, bro. This person, you don't see what's here. You don't see what's here. You don't see God's golden light. I do. And that's why I'm getting hit hard with these people coming for me now, because people see it. People see the potential. People saw potential in me before I could see it in myself, and found ways for me to self-sabotage it so that I could think that I didn't deserve it. Just because they thought that my life was easier because I look a certain way, because I carry myself a certain way, because I'm tall, I have nice hair. Like, y'all don't see that. Y'all don't see that. You see it because there's a part that you see that you wish you had, instead of earning it for yourself or just finding what is for you. Yes, Renee. Oh my gosh, good luck with everything, my love. We love you. I'm praying for you. You already know. You already know. The devil is a liar. He's 69 God. Hey, devil is a liar. He's 69 God. 69 God. That song, oh my God, that song is everything. Euphoria was so, that song, Euphoria, was so good. Like, I always tell people, in the world of hip hop, if I'm going to be anybody, I'd rather be a wordsmith like Kendrick Lamar than to be just a hit maker where you're brain dead. To me, it's like, what's stimulating your mindset? What's going to bring out the ability for you to think outside of the box, and for you to have a thought process like that's going to take you on an intellectual journey through words. Like, that is such a rare gift that he really, Euphoria was such a great song. Like, when that came out, I remember being like, this is 6 minutes of freaking glory. Every bar hit. And it wasn't even that he had to come for him on some pettiness. It was like he came for his behavior, for the way that he walks. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Yo, I was like, stop, Kendrick. Kendrick. Like, petty extraordinaire, but on an intellectual level. Love that. I'll take that any day over any, like, God's plan. Like, whatever. Like, that is just so legendary. The other song that he had was a little bit more creepy, where he came for, like, the psychological aspect. Like, that's that dark, like, analysis in a song. But you know what? To some degree, I operate in that frequency too, because it's easy to take cheap shots, to be like, oh, you're ugly. You're a bitch. You're this. That's easy, bro. Like, that's an easy shot. You're so, like, what's another one? I can't even think of it because it's too easy. Like, to me, I'm already thinking of other intellectual things to say that'll break down your psychology, but um, you get the point. But for me, it's, your attention seeking behavior is out of control. Like, that has to do with the lack of love that you received in your childhood and possibly mommy and daddy issues. Clocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different. That's different. That is the vibe I like. I don't care about, like, oh, you think you're this, that, and the third. Oh, that you're goody two shoes. Red bottoms. No. Like, it's the red bottom. Hey. Stop playing with me. If they're going to be any shoes, they're going to be red bottoms, even though they hurt your feet. But let's be for real. Like, let's go. You want to play? Let's play. Let's play on that level. And let's see how far you could take it. Let's see. Oh, stop it, Renee. You will never scare anybody. She's Gorgina. Yes, imagine me in the Louboutins. I'm going to wear my Chanel flats. Just click clack all over my house. No. I do like the ASMR thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Like, when I first started going on the JFK show, I didn't think that my voice was like soothing at all to people. Because, when you listen to yourself back, like, we're all kind of self-conscious about, like, ooh, I sounded a little weird. I didn't think that my voice was gonna like be so comforting to people. Like, it's still a little weird that I'm like, I'm really missing out on some coins. I could do this ASMR shit. Like, what if I just start reading Old English in a soft voice, and then like an ASMR channel doing all this stuff? I'm going to touch this cup. Listen to the sound of my voice. You know what I mean? Like, iconic. Like, Jimmy Speaks can go into any freaking avenue, bro. Like, that's the thing. Like, I could take this anywhere. Like, I don't have to talk about wisdom or like any. Yes, you are enough. Like, it could be that. But Dios, oh my God, there's the dogs are fighting outside. Ay Dios, are those all people in the chat? No, let me stop. It's y'all. Y'all need to calm down. Y'all need to calm down, okay? The Aries new moon. Y'all need to calm down. Por favor. Jimmy characters. Yes. You know what? I might get a wig. I don't know. Listen, there are so many options. So many. Like, look, the bun is my signature. It's been my signature. The glass is the bun. It's my thing. But what if I had like a fire, like straight, like Yevgenia type of like Russian wig, like Russian spy wig? Iconic. Like, that would be so good. Oh, I would love that. I would love it. I would love it. And characters and cartwheels. Cartwheels in the chat, please. Cartwheels in the chat. Yo, this cup is everything. I've been here for like a little bit more than what? Like an hour and plus? Yeah. And my ice is still icing. This coffee is still cold. Shout out to this. Which, P.S., Miss 808 has the same cup. I had no idea she had the same cup. Can you believe that? Look at Guy at work. He's like, look for the one with the same cup. Yes, cartwheels in the chat. I love that. Oh my God. But yeah, I love talking to you guys. I think it's fun. It's, it won't be under these circumstances anymore, but I'm happy that people are receptive. I think if anything, something that I will share on a personal level, like, is when I was younger, I was always in a position where the people who were the adults or older than me always tried to like sun me and try to make me think that like what I was seeing wasn't there. So a lot of the times that kind of harms your ability to be firm in your belief system because you're constantly questioning reality and what's true. So it you kind of like are doubting that, like, am I seeing this correctly? Like they're saying, like everyone is saying no, but I'm the only one that's saying yes. Like, am I bugging? So a part of that is something that I'm still working on. And what I realized even with this stream today is that that's still very much present because I don't like to feel like I'm not articulating myself correctly, or that what I'm saying is like, I question, like, is it right? Am I on the right path here? Like, I'll ask, like, am I bugging? Am I seeing this correctly? And that's what a lot of, and I'm sure other people can relate to that, is when you are constantly gaslit as a kid, when you grow up and you heal that part, and it's not fully healed for me 100%, like I'm still working on that. But then when you see certain engagements and interactions, you start to peep the behavior and you're like, yo, this feels too familiar. I know this feeling. I know that this person is like this. And I got to tread carefully, or I got to speak up and say something, because when you were younger, you couldn't speak up, or when you did, you were shut down. But as an adult now, oh, we're speaking very loud and clear. Let it be known. Let it be known. Because at the end of the day, I would rather be wrong. But so far, honey, I've been clocking it left and right. And it's not even because I want to be right. I would rather be wrong. I don't want to be right about what I see sometimes. I don't. It's depressing. It's like fucking depressing. Like, damn, yo, another one. DJ Khaled. Like, another one. Like, god damn, like, yo, is no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to believe that people are capable of what they express. And that's been a really big challenge for me my whole life, even now as an adult. And it's part of the reason why I'm even in this pickle to begin with, because I misjudged the how do I say this? This is my lack of sleep speaking right now, but I misjudged people. I gave the wrong people the right chance when I should have just trusted my instincts of, this is wrong. And I think it was more so because I had spent so long offline, not really talking to people. And I was ready to come into a space where I felt like I belonged in a place, right? Like, the part that people don't tell you with spiritual healing and when you take this path is that it's very isolating. And you can get lost in your own world, but then you can't grow if you don't test yourself with interactions with other people. And coming into this particular space with how volatile it is and was, even though there was a point where it was kind of like together and we all had a conscious effort to, agree for the sake of agreeing, once that foundation started to crumble and people started to show their true colors, it just like, I questioned everything. And also too, like, I started to see behaviors in myself that I was like, yo, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like the person that I initially started to talk to. She felt very familiar. I like knew that personality. I felt like I knew her. And then I was like, wait, but I've walked away from people like that. And now I am being presented the same energy because it's comfortable, instead of seeing it at face value for what it is. So that is something that plagues all of us. We want to give people the benefit of the doubt. We want to give people or assume the best out of others, even though that isn't necessarily extended to us, or that grace isn't given to us, because people just want to assume that because you look a certain way, you speak a certain way, you do things a certain way, you must have it easier, you must know better, you this, that, and the third. But what we forget is that we're all human beings still learning. And coming back onto the internet after so long was a very, big reality check that there's still work to be done. that a lot of the things that I left behind still exist. And I just have the tools to handle them a little bit differently now, but I'm not going to always get it right. And hey, the Swerve Show is here. Swerve. That's going to be the way I'm going to address you now. Swerve. Fire. What's up, Swerve? Swerve. You're. You came in right on time. This live will stay up just for you if you want to listen to it later, because it's gonna be my first one. I'm gonna let it live. Let it live on these internet streets for the people who might want to find it one day and, you know, get the message. But yeah, but what I was saying is that despite all the things that I found that were very familiar before I left, there's also a lot of great people that I've met that I didn't have before. And that, if anything, has been the most rewarding part of being on this space, is the people who are just so incredible that even the people that I misjudged, that I made peace with, that I'm cool with now, that I'm like, yo, I only misjudged you because I wanted to believe that my friend what she was telling me was true. And then I didn't realize that that friend that I had was like manipulating the situation to kind of just to get me to not see for myself. So like those things still exist, but then after that, like you're like, yo, I met my soul tribe, bro. Like I cannot express to you that regardless of everything, the people that I have encountered on this space that are like legit, like that has been the most rewarding part of all of this. Like people who actually want to see you do your thing, that y'all take the time out of your day to come listen to me in this polka dot shirt. You know what I mean? Like that's, I don't care if it's one person, two people, zero people, or a replay. It's the fact that you take the time out of your day to do that. And that aside from being a creator, like in my past life, making cakes and cookies and makeup and all that, that like what's hitting to people is the words that I'm speaking. Like that's a fucking blessing. And that is something that like is so rewarding on so many levels. And I'm internally grateful for it, because sometimes you do the things that are the scariest. Like I was not prepared to come online again, but I'm happy that I did. And despite all of the obstacles, I genuinely thank those people, because your obstacle was easy. That's all I'm going to say. Your obstacle was easy. Because what I realize is that the truth is the truth. It don't matter who it comes from. It is what the fuck it is. And that's just what it's going to be. Yay, Swerve. I have ADHD too. I just don't really talk about it too much. I try to manage it as best as I can. Oh, thank you. You talk very professional. Thank you for saying that. Welcome to my stream. Do you have a background in speaking? I don't. Actually, I don't. I just kind of, this is how I've always just been. People either love it or they hate it. And I will say it's very rare for me to sit this long. It is so, I cannot. That's one thing about my ADHD. I need to do something. Like I'm like fidgety. You know, like I'm like, oh God, I just need to do some steps. I need to lift a weight. Like I need to do something. I need to like play with something. I'm trying real hard not to do that. It's easier when I feel the pressure of being on someone else's stream, but on my own, I don't care. Like I'm not listening. We're fidgeting. We're getting these squats. Yes, Swerve. But yeah, I don't have a background in speaking. I've always enjoyed, I've never been afraid to publicly speak. So, I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this in the first live or the second one that's not up, but I have a dance background. So I did dance, I did martial arts. So I'm always used to being in like the public or in some type of stage. So I don't have stage fright. I don't care about coming off any type of way. I just speak from the heart and it just comes the way that it comes. And that's just what it is. But public speaking does take time. I will say though that like, Erin! Yo, shout out to Erin, because Erin clocked it yesterday. Erin clocked it yesterday. Miss Erin. Period. That's all I gotta say. She knows. She knows what this is about. She knows, she knows, she knows, she knows. Yes, Miss Erin. Cartwheels. Cartwheels for Miss Erin in the chat. Hey, cartwheels. Hey, that. Yes. We're not naming names, but you know, she was there. Oh my God. Yes. Stop. Pause. 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 You used to instruct Zumba? And 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, yo, swerve. What are we doing? Can we do like a chimmy swerve, like a Zumba class for the girls, for the boys? That would be iconic. Like, oh my God, I'll Zumba the hell out of this live right now. Stop playing with me. Listen, it's cute up here, but she's in like, you know, legging shorts down here. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, Swerve. Don't play with me, Swerve. We'll do a whole stream dancing away. Listen, I like to bailar. I have a dance background. I used to take ballet. I used to take ballet, tap, modern jazz, and flamenco was my thing. And then I started, y'all want some tea? Listen, I used to take Afro-Brazilian with my capoeira stuff. And then I also used to take dance hall. Like, yo, I used to be a dance hall girl. Wine. Yo, that was my shit. Oh, I used to love dance hall. But I never liked, like, the split into the twerk, into, like, the contortionist type thing. Like, yes, oh God. Like, you fast one. But I like to do more the guy choreography. Because, like, the girl stuff is just like, you know, you're upside down, do a flip, do a split. Like, that's too much for me. I'm tall, so like I would just fall and break my head at that point. But like, I cannot do all that. But I could, but that's reserved, okay? That's Jimmy after dark, all right? And look, I'm not trying to take from that other lady, absolutely not. But it's definitely like, I love dance hall. Like, I love dance hall music. I love Afro beats. I love like vibey music. I like loungy music. So when JFK is like, yo, we in LES, I'm like, I see you. I know what you're talking about. Because that's me. And like, I'm also the type of person that's like, you know, girls go to the club like all like cute with like a little dress and their heels. Remember like the bandage dresses of 2010? Y'all were not gonna catch me in that. Absolutely not. This body, absolutely not. No. Y'all were not going to catch me in a bandage dress acting all cute. For who? I wanted to dance. I didn't care about all that stuff. I didn't care about that. No, ma'am. Miss Erin, Miss Erin just came out yesterday, and I was like, because I was seeing her in the chat, like here and there, and then she just chimed in. I was like, oh my gosh, she sees the Lord. The Lord openeth your eyeth to seeth the trutheth. Because, girl, the Trollholios were outside. They were outside, girl. They were outside. Listen, I'm just trying to be outside summer 2026. Not trying to be here all day in the spring. Absolutely not. Yes, they are making a comeback. Those dresses, they're very like, you know, like very skin tight, very body-yaddy. It's just, I am a lady of a certain age. I cannot be presenting myself as such, as a lady of a certain age. You know, I will not do that. No, we cannot be on these streets like that. Listen, if I was single and younger, absolutely. I'd be like, listen, look at this dress. Isn't it neat? Period. But no, I'm not going to do all that. But you'll see, yes. I just have never been like, I like big clothes. I like to be an oversized girl. I like to be in, you know, yes, a lady who wears her polka dots cannot partake in that evil. Absolutely. That's so funny. So true. I got my cross on and everything. Are you kidding me? Jesus said, not the bandage. No, not the bandage. No. Yo, and this is PS, this is me on coffee. Me on tequila. Ya tú sabes, yo, ya tú sabes. On tequila is a different story, bro. It's a different story. It's a whole nother vibe, bro. It's a whole nother vibe. Yo, Erin, you really came through. She came in clutch with that lifeline. She came in clutch. I was like, me and Miss Away, we were like, does anybody see what's happening here? And like, Erin is like, actualmente, like she came in, pero like, exactly, pero like, Erin came in from the side. She's like, swerve, like, skrrt. She went in right there. She was like, listen, I peeped it. I peeped it. Miss Barely Brunette, listen, it's on a certain stream that we all follow, girl. And listen, I don't say it because I want to bring more attention to these people, but I think that everybody's kind of already getting that feeling that certain people are just doing the most. And that's really where it's at. And I'm not gonna, it's hard for me to like, I know I'm trying to be as, I'm giving all the subliminals and I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? For a reason, but you will see. If you search and ask, you will find. You will search and find. Literally last night. So it's really not that hard to find. No, Miss 808, you're good. Like it is what it is. I think that sometimes we gotta address the devil for what it is, and that's just what it is. Swerve, wait. Tequila's the only drink that got me buzzed. I almost drowned in a bubble foam pool party in DR. Oh my God, yo, you would have had 10 girls with a visa right now. That K1 visa would have been clutch, Swerve. You would have been already getting married. You would have had like 10 Dominican baddies. They're like, pero like, where's my visa? We would have seen you on 90 Day Fiance. Stop, Swerve. Stop. We can't have you having tequila in another foreign country. No. We're not doing that, bro. I won't do you dirty like that. But you know what? I like tequila with, like, if I'm going to have a drink, I definitely think tequila is the best for my body just because it's easier. It's not as sugary. It has the lowest sugar content. But also I like it with like, oh gosh, I'm gonna be such a like influencer. I like it with a poppy. Like a little soda, like the poppies. Those are good. They're like 30 calories. They're like no sugar. So it's like, it's like very Bethany Frankel, very skinny margarita type. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's slim thick, but whatever. Like, it's that. It's like, I would prefer if I'm gonna drink something, like, I'm working on this. It's like having like one is fine. Not drinking the whole bottle, but I like to, like, I'm like such a happy like person. Like, and you add a little tequila, we're dancing, we're kikiing, we are vibing, we are Zumba-ing, you might catch a live, I don't know. It just feels nice sometimes. I don't condone it for everybody. Like, if you can't control your shit, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But I do it at home. I don't like to do that outside necessarily. If I'm outside with people, especially people I don't know, one, if any. That's it. Brugal. Brugal is like liquid, what's it called? Fuel. That shit burns your insides. It burns into the depths of your soul. Absolutely not, Brugal. No, Brugal. No. That gives you a little hair on your chest. That makes you a macho man. You know what I mean? Like, eso te hace un macho. You know what I'm saying? Like, Presidente. Yes, Presidente, yo. Can we just talk about Dominican food though? Because, look, chimneys are Dominican. It's an homage to where I grew up in Washington Heights. The perfect after club, snack sandwich that's like fucking hits the spot after all night drinking, having some, hookah, listening to bachata, reggaeton, crack, like, you know what I'm saying? And then you just want to eat something because you're starving. And then that chimney truck is just like, you smell the sizzle, you smell the beef on the grill, and it's just the sounds of sizzling and bachata fading in the background. and you're like, yo, I just want to eat this sandwich on this bread with that cabbage, with that mustard, not the mustard, with the ketchup and the mayo and the seasonings, the sazon and the adobo and all that stuff. And it just hits the spot in a way that like no other sandwich can do. Not even a chopped cheese. Not even a chopped cheese. Look, I love a chopped cheese. But a chimney? Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Like that is a whole nother vibe, bro. Like that is a vibe. Yes. Oh, a chimney is so good. And I love that it's so exclusive. And that's also why I chose this name. Is because it's exclusive. It's a very like you come, you find it because it's time for you to try it. But I mean, not try me. Listen, we're keeping it PG, okay? I know it's Friday. But you come to like it hits at the right time for you. You're here for a reason. So it's just like a chimney. You get it specifically at a certain time. You gotta go find it. It's after the clubs, after you have fun, and then you wind down. You have your chimney, and then you have a nice mimi. You know what I'm saying? A nice mimi. Mimi is sleep. That's what we say. Yes, I love a truck. Oh, I love a food truck. That's my vibe. It's my thing. It's what I love. Like, I love like all the hole in the wall type places, especially like New York City has so many let me correct that. Because now everything is a bakery that makes like some type of cinnamon bun that has like the matcha strawberry girlies on, steroids of like going into oblivion, afterwards going to their Pilates class. Like it's now becoming an aesthetic to eat in New York and turning like little places into like content. And that's, I think, the part that kind of sucks. Like, like that's the grit that we're missing because it's too curated and orchestrated. It doesn't feel organic anymore. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's the food? What is that? What is it called? Oh, Guy Fieri, that small little guy? Flavor Town boy? Is that who it is, Renee? Guy with the spiky hair? He's like literally 4'10". No disrespect. But it's always the chiquitos, you know what I'm saying? Like he's chiquitito. He's very chiquitito, Hey guys, welcome to Diners, Diamonds, and Drives. Whatever he does, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, oh geez, it's like a whole thing. Is he an Andrew Tate lover? The one who's always sitting like this? Like, listen, all you occultists. We know what this is, all right? I know what that is, okay? Y'all not gonna fool me by sitting there with your legs open from here to here, from wall to wall. Y'all not gonna fool me with that, and then you're like this. Like, what in the channeling energy are we doing, boo-boo? No. No. No disrespect. I ain't trying to catch no smoke, no fucking strays, bro. But like, he just literally like, all of them. Elon Musk too. Con la pierna abierta, like this big. It's like those people on the subway that they have no respect. Yo, they have no respect. They be sitting in the subway with their legs so open. Like, your bolitas are not that big, right? Like, the coconuts they're not coconuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could scooch it a little bit. Because I'm over here, like, spaghetti. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very, like, trying to be an spaghetti right there. Trying to sit next to these people. Like, literally harming my hip flexor. Trying to sit. You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to harm my hip flexors, okay? It's already a struggle. I'm already trying to get my deep squats in, okay? Like the ancestor squat. The one where you, like, literally, like, for women, it just feels very, like, expose. Like, I feel like I need to cover with, like, a sheet or a towel because, like, you're squatting so deep and you're just, like, I feel very open. Like, I need to, like, put a little leaflet or something there because I know. No. Like, yeah, people be sitting like that. Like, and then he sits like this. What is that? I mean, I know. Because all of y'all be working in that energy, occult type. Man, I see you, bro. We already saw you, like, last year. Or the year before that. Actually, we've been clocked you. And I feel like all of them are, if you catch my drift. Like, I'm not trying to be no disrespectful to nobody, but it's like when you're too trying to push an energy that doesn't really sit with you, I have to question. because you're not into this. Like, no disrespect. You're not into that. It's 3:27. We're still here. What's up, everybody? So there's 13 people. Ain't no 13 people commenting. Who are you? Show yourself. Reveal yourselves. Who are you? Is it my haters? What's up? Come through. Come through the chat. Come tell me what's up. Catch these vibes. Yeah. Yo, I'm telling you, like, these people, like, that's the thing. I think that's the, once you see shit, you can't unsee it. Like, it just becomes so apparent that you're like, yo, why are you trying to lie to me? Like, you're trying to convince me the sky is pink. Like, where's the orca eye for JFK? That shit sends me. That is so funny to me. That orca eye. The I fucking can't. Yes! The orca eye. The orca eye is everything, yo. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh man. Who needs to go out when I can just go live? I get all my social engagement on a YouTube live. That's so funny. Oh my god, I can't even. But yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, this live took a turn, but you know what? I'm happy. You see the pivot? Being able to pivot is a skill. That's a skill. That's a skill set that I did not think I could acquire. Yes, right? I love being on a smaller scale. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, I love just kicking it with people. Like, I'm about to be, maybe what I should do, because I have a Patreon. Yes, I have a Patreon. Yes, I write on it. Yes, I create art. Yes, you have to pay $5 because yes, I should protect the integrity of my work. Thanks. But, you know, wait, Christy, you have a Patreon too? Stop. Please put it in the chat so that we can go follow you and like go support you if you mind sharing it. Like, if you don't mind sharing it, please. Swerve, you too, put your channel. If you're doing videos again, please go put your channel. Renee, put your channel. Everybody who has any type of business, whatever it is that you're doing, please feel free to use my platform to talk to, promote yourselves. I love that. I love that everybody has their thing, or if you have a channel, whatever it is, like, you got a business. Like, I know Ruthie, wherever Ruthie might be, I love that girl. Mi hermanita. Like, she has like a candle business. I would love to promote her candles. Like, I'll be the spot. Like, I'll be like, today's video is sponsored by Ruthie Robles y sus velitas, aka the candles. You know, like, you don't gotta pay me, just send me a candle. Can we get a chimney candle? It's giving sweet and spicy with a little bit of sass, you know? It's that soy blend. Ya tu sabes, you know? Like, I would love that. It would be so cute. Like, if y'all have like art or something, you want me to be your spokesperson, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not about getting paid. Because look, actually, that's what I want to say. So when I was doing content, I worked with, I think I can say it now because it was so long ago, but I had worked with Splenda, and I would have to create recipes for them and photograph things and do a blog post and send it to them to be able to approve, and they would put it on their channel. So my hair is like, you know when, sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's the ADHD right now. But you know when you have your hair up, if you have long hair, my girls with the long hair, you have your hair up and it's just like you just want to like, I do want to rip it off, but then do I want to be on these internets? Do I want to be on these internets with my hair out and all curly and fabulous? Oh my God, I'll get more haters. No. But yeah, so for the content stuff, I would write things and I would tell them, I would be like, look, if this recipe ends up being trashed, like, you're going to have to give me a little bit more time, because Splenda has a very specific, it has a very specific aftertaste. And at the time, this is like, you know, especially if I'm creating recipes, you want it to be as close to the real source as possible. And obviously you're not going to be able to replicate it exactly, but I found that recipes with Splenda were best when you used like natural fruit, because you can use a little bit less of it. Beverages were great with it. What else did I do? Like, I wouldn't use it for cakes necessarily. You could still get that chemically taste from it. But any, like, any type of like crisp or like a galette, like the galettes are, you take like a piece of puff pastry or pie dough, and this is like the easiest way to make like a pie, especially with all the summer stone fruit or any of the fresh berries that are coming. One of the things I love to do is to make a galette, because you don't have to put it in a pie plate. You just slap it on the fruit onto the rolled out pie crust, and you kind of like, fold it like a little baby blanket. Carrie with the baby blankets, is one of those, and you put it all around in a little circle, and it makes a galette. And you egg wash the outside, put a little bit of the turbinado sugar, put your fruit, all that stuff, put in the oven, 400 degrees, 25 minutes, you're done. Amazing type of thing. So if like you're someone who's, looking to count some calories, now, we have different alternatives aside from Splenda. But the point being is that if you give me a product, I'm going to be honest about what I feel about it. Whether I like it or not like it, I'm going to be 100% transparent, because I'm not going to lie to people to get a bag. Didn't do it before, will not do it now, because you know what? That shit comes back around. And I've seen it too much in all the different communities that I have observed. Like, I used to be big into the beauty community. Get this concealer. Oh my God. It like literally erased my life. Like, girl, meanwhile, it's crusty, dusty, and cakey. No. Why you lying to us? See, you trying to gaslight me, girl. Like, that concealer didn't erase nothing. It amplified. It settled into my one wrinkle. No. It's so fake. They're like, look at how, like, I apply this with this brush. This new foundation does it all. It literally is the cure to everything. Like, girl, no, it's not. Stop. But Laura Mercier, shout out to Laura Mercier, it's 20% off at Ulta, not sponsored, but it's for real. Like, that setting powder, it sets and forgets. Like, but yeah, the beauty community was trash. Like, I mean, no disrespect to the people who were actually doing things. Because you know what I did see a lot of were women who were trying to find themselves again. And I love, like, and this is why, like, the whole thing with Frick and Frack really pissed me off, is because it's their age group that are in certain spaces that are shining so brightly. Like, makeup at 50, makeup at 60, how to like make yourself look good, how to not feel by, the beauty community aging women out because they get to a certain age, embracing your wrinkles, knowing what products work for your skin type as you age. That's the vibe that I'm like, yo, instead of being in the chat obsesionada, okay, obsession central with this type of energy, y'all could be telling me what products y'all using. We could do that. You could be leveling up, girl. You could be talking about how you're upgrading, being a voice for women in your age group and for people like me who are going to approach it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that I love about the space is that even within these toxic communities, there's always pockets of people that do really dope shit. And I want to support that type of energy, because it takes a lot of courage to be an online personality and to put yourself out there. And especially for women, when you get to a certain age, we already feel like, because the whole red pill, blue pill, black pill, whatever other color pill, the rainbow pill, the dumb pill, the stupid pill, they like tell, oh, well, after 25, your value as a woman is like nothing. No, man, the reason why y'all like cool with a girl that's younger is because she's easier to manipulate. And a woman who's already like in her late 30s into her 40s and 50s, we're not about that life. We're not going to be like tolerating your nonsense that you want to deacon go with your boys and do whatever you want. And because you have all this money, you could disrespect me. Absolutely not. No. That's why y'all like trying to diminish the women who have experience, because experience is intelligence and intelligence is wisdom. And when it's applied a certain way, you can't get away with your shenanigans. That's really what it's about. Clock that. Take it to church, okay? Until they can't. How are you gonna have a conversation with somebody who's like 30 years younger than you? What do you do on TikTok? Meanwhile, you already experienced, like, you were on an Apple computer, bro. The fucking one that like was a dinosaur. You know what I'm saying? Remember the colored Macs? I had one in 8th grade in the computer lab. You know, where you had to use a program to create something, and they were great. They were beautiful, in my opinion. But you got people out here on some, I don't know what. I don't know what. They be on some extra, dextra, scrumdiddlyuptious type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, you just want to fool people. And what you want is someone younger to manipulate. So what that tells me is that you're a man-child in disguise with a lot of money that you shouldn't have. No disrespect. But that's just what that is. But yes, at Nordstrom, Laura Mercier, she's good. They have like an extra blur setting powder that is like chef's kiss. I tried it today and I'm like, girl, I don't even see myself. I'm like that emoji with the with the clouds. I'm like, oh. She's just in a cloud of blur. Like, it's popping. The skin is popping. With the black screen and the green lettering, exactly. Like, you're talking about a dinosaur generation with that, and no disrespect, but it'd be those men, like the IBMs. Nobody uses IBM anymore. Am I missing something? Nobody uses IBM, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe the finance pros. I don't know. Maybe the people at MIT. Maybe those people, the engineers. I don't know if they use IBMs, to be honest. But me, no. I have an iPhone. Hooray. And a Mac. Hooray again. It's just they did figure out how to make it. Wow, Gateway. That's a throwback. Flashback Friday. Gateway computers. That is so wild. That's wild. That's it. That's true. I remember that. What else? I mean, we have a PC now, and PCs are fine, but they're just like, you know, it's kind of like an Android. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Technology is an interesting thing, but you know, their logo was a cow. It was a cow. Wow. Wow, it's a cow. Who else is in here? Because I know my day ones, my girls are in here. The girls are here. Where are my guys? Chris and Swerve, I can't put, yo, y'all are so dope, yo. Like, thank you for being here. What a blessing. It's a blessing. That's a blessing. I feel. Oh my God, it's almost 4 o'clock. Stop playing with me. Stop it. I've been live for like over 2 hours, I think. How do people do this daily? I have no idea. Well, we covered a lot of ground today. This one will stay here. Yes, Miss Adoy, thank you for being here and for, you know, being my day one, girl. Like, for real, like, you know, I have your back. And just for people to know, like, we don't tolerate disrespect in this crowd over here. And we will be protesting when there is that, because we got to call it what it is. And that's just what it is. We don't do that. We don't tolerate disrespect. Don't let people trick you out your spot. What else do we talk about? Zumba. This. The guys sitting with their legs from wall to wall. Who knows that song? Put it in the chat. I know Miss 808 is already like. Who is it? Who is it? Okay, I know we may not like him that much, but like that song was, you know, I grew up listening to that song. Or from the window to the wall. Yes. Yes. Of course you got that. Yes, from the window. Hello, hello. That's so. Do you remember that? Yo, I'm gonna go into another tangent. Fuck, but I have to. That era of window to the wall, get low. What's the other one? What's the Yin Yang Twins? What is that song? Oh my god, it was that era. It was like when Southern rap and hip hop was like becoming really big. You know, like everybody was down south. What was that Yin Yang Twin song? Oh, I can't remember. But see, I was a Britney girl forever and always. Love Britney. Love Britney. Stop playing with me. Like, don't play with Britney. I love her. What they did to her was soul shaker. Shake it like a salt shaker. Shake it like a salt. Yeah, shake it like a salt shaker. That was so funny. But yes, I'm a Britney girl. I love Miss Britney. They did her dirty. Don't play with me. I mean, they doing everybody dirty out here in these streets. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Hide everybody up in here. Miss 808 knows that. I know y'all know that. Antoine Dobson, I can't. He was so great. So legendary, that guy. That's when the news was popping. You would find these characters that were like just so... You're like, where have you been and why are you not my friend? Like... Wait, what did you call it? Shanker? Like a salt shanker. Shank somebody. Is that the word? Is that the term? Anyway. All right, you guys. It is an ungodly hour right now. I cannot believe I've spoken for this long and my voice hasn't... Yes, ain't nobody got time for that. I've spoken for so long. My head is pounding. I need... Yo. The subliminals, yo. Your subconscious mind is speaking in the chat. That shit is so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny. A salt shanker. That is, I mean, what a genius. Pause. We need to trademark that shit immediately because how dope is that if it could like, instead of seasoning, like you kind of cut and it like seasons each piece perfectly individually. Iconic. They have like salt, like forks and utensils that you can use. Like they're made out of salt. So when you eat it, like you still get like the salt aspect, but that would be kind of fire. That would be, yo, we're going to be on Shark Tank. Hey sharks, you want to hear my idea? I was on a YouTube live and then all of a sudden Miss 808. That'd be so iconic. Oh, that'd be so iconic. Do you want to buy into my idea? Actually, what is it that they say? I feel like that's a freaking, a trampa. You know what a trampa is? A trap. That's a straight up trampa. You go up there and it's because you're literally advertising to the world what your idea, your $1 million idea is, only for the next one to steal it from you to make more money. For these dike sharks to invest in it, and they always try to play you. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you like $10,000 and take 50%. Yeah, that's my offer. Sir, don't insult my intelligence, okay? And let me tell you, those TV contracts, when you go on those things, because I was gonna be on a Food Network show. I might have shared that. Yes, they are literal sharks. Yes, Christy, that's true. They are literal sharks, but the industry is very cutthroat in that sense. Like you as a smaller creator or someone who has an idea, you need the financial backing to be able to make it out there because it takes money, it takes time. I mean, a lot of like what I've seen is a lot of influencers have started like clothing brands because there's a need for more of a natural fabric type of movement and to kind of move away from fast fashion. I mean, because listen, some of y'all, okay, some of y'all need to stop wearing the polyester because it's messing with your hormonal imbalances, okay? You need to wear the linen. You need to wear the cotton. We need to stop wearing the Old Navy's performance fleece, okay? That shit is artificial. It is man-made in a lab that did not come from a sheep. It did not come from a silkworm. It did not come from nature. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to start moving out of the polyester and stop paying literally hundreds of dollars of designer plastic that you're putting on your body for a label versus something that's gonna, you know, air your ass out and calm you the hell down. How about that? Maybe, you know what, that should be my merch. My merch is 100% cotton t-shirts telling you to air it out, girl, and calm it the fuck down. How about that? Get the linen. Try it. Try the linen. Do the 50-50 blend for the summer. Maybe you won't stink as much because that polyester is trapping all that heat and it's making you irritated. What you need is a nice ice cold drink and a little light fabric. Maybe you'll feel better. Just saying. That's an option. I want to eat this ice so bad. So hold on. Excuse me, should I mute this? I probably should. That's so rude. Being like, you know, like crunching on ice like that. No. All right, I'm gonna keep it there and let it melt slowly. But yeah, you know, like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna get off at 4, so y'all have me for 12 minutes. Here we go. Ask me anything. Let's end it with that. Ask me anything. Let's go there. Let's see. I'm not gonna tell him. Actually, my X-rays came out chef's kiss. You know what my problem was? Tell me I'm Latin without telling me that I'm Latin. I brush my teeth like I'm scrubbing the floors. Yo. I'm like, like literally, like I don't even need a regular toothbrush. I could just use it. Because I'm like, yo, like, I feel it. Like, I feel the dirt in my mouth. I don't know if it's a sensory thing. I don't know what it is. But I'm like, I feel like my teeth need a little cleansing. I don't know. So, because of that, I started brushing a little too hard, and I was using a toothbrush that was denser, that had like extra bristles for like the flossing. Yo, my gums, my teeth were like screaming and sufriendo. They were suffering. Yes, Erin Murphy's back. Yes, that's my dance for Miss Erin. No music. No music. Stop playing with me. Yeah, so I had to transition into some like Swedish soft brush so that I'm not destroying my mouth and gums. Because like I like to feel like the toothpaste and toothbrush is doing something. Otherwise, I'm like, this is very suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Like I still feel something there. But I'm just glad to say that like no cavities, no weirdness, and the sensitivity issue, like especially towards the back, that's where he noticed, like when he was cleaning, he's like, I can see it back here with your gums. And I'm like, yeah, because that's where you want to make sure you get it, right? Like that's just what it is. Period. So yes, I'm gonna allow y'all got 10 minutes to ask me anything. What you want to know. The questions of the day. I'm going to pick 3 questions. So if you would like to know something about me or share something, I will not plead the 5th. I will answer it in the most appropriate manner possible, as this will reside on the internet for life. So just please be mindful of the questions that you ask. But I know y'all don't rock like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be fine. So please let me know what you think. What you want to know? Well, I'm not tromping on this ice in front of this 808. Good for you, Renee. You're howling, girl. I was howling too. I can't. What is that? A toothpaste? I don't even know how to say that. Hold on, I'm gonna try. I feel like I'm on like, what's that, Jeopardy? I'll take dentistry for 300. How do you pronounce this word? Apatite. Nanohydroxyapatite. Did I get it right? I do that with my daughter when we do Espanol, in order for her to like sound things out and to know where the acento is, because you know Spanish has accents on certain words, so like we'll sound it out like that for syllables. It's the best. That's how I was taught. Like it was like clap it out. Hello. How are you? Bingo. Period. There we go. So listen, no questions. I'm surprised you have me here for almost 3 hours. Actually, I think it has been 3 hours. God damn. We don't have no questiones. It's fine if you don't. You can think about it. Actually, we can do that in the next one. And next one, I'm definitely going to do it on StreamYard. I'm going to invest in it and have a whole StreamYard set up and start putting myself out there a little bit more, so I can start, like, because look, I believe, I'm a huge believer in investing in yourself, and if you can. And I know StreamYard is a little bit expensive, but it's all right. Like, I'm able to do it. I'm going to do it just to kind of give it a little bit more officiality, I guess, if that's a word. Oh, question. Question. Miss 808, Chimney Crickets. Chimney, what are you making for dinner? Okay, so Fridays, we don't really cook because my daughter and I take TAP. So we get out of class kind of late. So we're usually an early dinner family. We like to eat at around 5:30, 6 o'clock. So tonight, because we get out at 7, we're going to have dinner a little bit later. So we're going to probably have, I don't know what. I got to ask the peoples, my federation back there. I got to ask them. But usually we'll stick to like a sushi. You know, we love sushi. That's my thing. Give me a spicy salmon roll any day. You know, but like, I've been to Japan, so it's kind of like, you can't top that. And it's almost wrong how much we pay for sushi here in comparison to over there. But, you know, yeah. Thank you. All right, Miss Erin. Miss Erin clocks them left and right. She be clocking them left and right. Yes, Miss Erin. Are you a baker by trade? So, great question. It's a learned trade. So I don't do it professionally anymore. I did for several years. And I started to learn how to bake initially because I wanted to teach kids how to bake before I had children. And I was like, how am I going to do that if I don't even know how to do it? So I ended up teaching myself how to bake. I made Google and YouTube my abuelita because, you know, my mom didn't grow up baking things. And in South America, it's very rare to find people who have like an oven because it is just so hot down there. Like, they're just not going to do it. But it's a learned trade. And I do believe, I'm a big believer that you can teach yourself to do absolutely anything, especially now on the internet. Like, just try and fail. Like, that's the only way you're going to be able to do it. And then I got lucky though, because I didn't get onto Instagram till after the big wave. Kind of like YouTube. Like, yo, I'm not late to the party. Baby, I'm late to the party. Like, I'm always late to the party. Like, I will come after the big wave of social media and I'm like, hey guys, can I be here? You know, like 2016 was my Instagram beginning. And that was after people started to get really big on Instagram. And I built a small following and I got lucky because I just put myself out there, whether the content was good or not. To me, it wasn't about like, oh, I need to be perfect in that. To some degree, yes, but also it became my journal and my documentation of my progress. So learn the skills. Everybody has the capability to do that. I 100% think that everyone is capable of learning something. And especially now, since AI wants to be cute and stuff, you know, oh, we're gonna replace your jobs. You don't need an assistant. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do the third. Yeah, no, we're gonna humans, real humans, not the NPCs that we, you know, the world, the NPC world that we live in. Humans are gonna crave authentic, real, substantial, tangible things. Or someone who's gonna like be a plumber or an electrician. Your pick. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I love you. I love you. Thank you so much, Miss Adoy. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you soon, Mama. Thank you. I'm gonna leave too in like 3 minutes, so I can take one more question for anyone. And thank you, Miss Adoy, for the question, Erin as well. My girl, Erin. Ew. I have one more room for one more question that I won't go into a tangent with, but otherwise, you know, I will start saying thank you so much to everybody for being here and for taking the time out of your Friday to like be slightly entertained or horrified, whatever floats your boat with like everything that's been going on, and with my rants about just about anything. I do hope that at some point it'll be a little bit more structured, but I do like the feeling that it's not so like rigid. I do appreciate the flow of it all and just kind of allowing it to kind of take us wherever it's gonna go. But yeah, this is 808. Thank you so much. She's so sweet. You all are amazing. Look at that. Yes. Oh my God. And listen, guys, and like the last thing I will say, ladies and gentlemen, is, you know, again, like the purpose of the stream is was to not like, you know, encourage any type of banter or, you know, instigate anything further. It's more so to put a stop to it, and that hopefully that for those of you who understand why I choose to be the way that I am, is because I don't want to promote that type of debauchery online, and especially with people who should know better. And I think that we're all in an age group to know and do better. And sometimes it's gracefully telling people, you're not gonna sun me. Okay? We're not doing that. Not over here. You're not gonna sun my friends either. Because El Diablo makes it very obvious that it's around. And what you need to do is go pray that whatever it is that you're carrying, that attachment, that energy, that trauma, that unresolved emotional attachment, or whatever it is, you're not going to solve it by coming for me. I'm sorry that this is the mirror. Get cute. Get cute is the mirror, but what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Yes, El Diablo's going to kick rocks now, 100%. And you know what? It is what it is. Like we say in Espanol, tato, you know what I mean? Like it is what it is at this point. I will fuck it. That's what I like to say too. I will fuck it. At this point, I will fuck it. It is what it is. But I will not be further engaging in any BS. I'm actually very, very 100% sure about how I'm going to move going forward. Just this is the only thing you're going to get from me. And it's a very big message, a very general message. It's not to throw subliminals. I don't need to be mentioning people directly by name, because I think for the most part, people already show you who they are. And if y'all rock with me, I'm not worried about what a select few think that they're doing. And that's okay. Like, we all can coexist in that space. And if anything, pray for these people. That's what they really need, is a prayer. They need a prayer. They need someone to look out for them in the spirit, because it's the spirit that is operating the meat suit and is acting out of whack. It needs a little bit of alignment. And praying for others, even if they've hurt you or they've tried to be, you know, rude or whatever the case may be, that's the best way to go about things, in my opinion. If you're a spiritual person, just pray for these people. Send them with love and light. And, you know, don't let anybody think that they got one on you. Okay. Oh, I love you too. I adore you. Oh my God. Yes, we gotta protect our peace. So with that said, it's 4:01. I am not gonna take this to 4:05 because I gotta get ready for dance class. And I love and appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't, let me do the YouTube thing because this one's gonna be officially on my page. Ah! So if you like the content, like what you see, like the words, like the vibes, like the coffee, like the ASMR, like the glasses, the bun, the earrings, the necklace, the shirt, the polka dots, be sure to subscribe to my channel. And everybody in the chat, I know you guys. I will see you soon, obviously. I love you. I appreciate you all for being here. Always love and light to everybody. Prayers up also to Miss Renee. If she left, I'm not sure, but prayers up to Renee. Love you guys. Love everyone here. Thank you for taking your Friday to be with me, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, that long-winded goodbye. Peace to you later, everybody. Love you all.